Alabama, as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America, the News Nation Republican Primary Debate. Live Wednesday, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
Unleash your creativity with the brand new Hype app. That's HYPH. Hype empowers you to create music effortlessly, sharing your songs with friends on social media. Create your song with a few swipes. You'll never believe how easy and fun it is to make music. Listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com or go to Instagram at XL1067.
Business owners, had enough of this yet? Are you just done and ready to retire? Is money tight? Or maybe business is at an all-time high. You have options. Don't just walk away. We can help you sell, retire, and just relax no matter what your situation is. Hi, I'm Andy Cagnetta, and at Transworld Business Advisors, we've been selling businesses for over 40 years. And with offices located around the world, we have thousands of buyers ready to buy your business now. Don't wait until the last minute or try to do it yourself. That is a recipe for disaster. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value and how Transworld can maximize your eventual selling price. We will help you win. And in the current climate, you need help to sell your business. Call Transworld at 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com. That's 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com.
It's the holidays, which means buyers beware. We're here talking with Colleen Tressler, a consumer education specialist with the FTC's Division of Consumer and Business Education. Colleen, what can you tell us about the buy now, pay later plans?
Many stores and online retailers give you the option to buy now, pay later. You often see this at checkout, both in a store or online. If you choose this option, you'll pay some part of the purchase price to the company that offers the plan. These plans usually offer fewer protections than using your credit card. Even if you pay your BNPL charges with a credit card, the credit card protections to, say, dispute a charge don't extend to the purchase. And if you use your credit card to pay off the plan, you might end up paying interest to your credit card issuer anyway.
A great tip for the holidays. Thank you, Colleen. If you'd like more information, you can easily find it. Just head out to consumer.ftc.gov today.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Most Valuable Promotions presents Jake Paul versus Andre August. International superstar Jake Paul returns to the boxing ring at Caribe Royale on Friday, December 15th. The world will be watching as Jake Paul continues his path to becoming a world champion and takes on 10-1 pro boxer Andre August, who has 5 KOs. The night also features Shadeja Green, who will take on Franchon Cruz Dezern for a WBC world title. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Come see Island H2O Water Park transformed into a wonderland of holiday lights. Celebrate the season island style at holiday nights at Island H2O. A dazzling, immersive spectacle of tons of photo moments, kids' activities, festive shows, and holiday eats. An affordable experience for the whole family with tickets starting at just $24.99 and a portion of the proceeds benefit Give Kids the World Village. Make family memories at Orlando's newest holiday tradition. Now open. Get tickets now at islandh2owaterpark.com.
Now get your favorite classic Wawa hoagie for only $6.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, December 5th, 2023. Lots to get to today. From a house explodes in Virginia to the Grand Theft Auto trailer leaks and another death after drinking charged lemonade. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
What up, what up?
Hello, C-Lane.
How we doing?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time.
Oh, they actually are today.
And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday. That means you share the show. It's as easy as that. Tell somebody about the News Junkie radio show and this lovely, fine radio station you are listening to it on. Hit that like button over on the stream.
Smash it.
Send the podcast to a friend. Do whatever you got to do to spread the word about the show. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Buddy, ready to go, and it is so hot in this studio.
Oh, my God.
Woo!
Is it still hot in there?
Steaming. Like, it is steamy in here.
It got worse than yesterday?
I don't know. For some reason, it did. It's beautiful outside. Like, It's beautiful weather. I wish I could open up a window. And yesterday, I eventually opened up the door, but because it was Jim Colbert's birthday, immediately you can hear, "Happy birthday to you."
Well,
what are you gonna
good luck
do,
in there. Good luck in there today. Don't sweat. Try to keep that door open when you can, I guess. But
if you look at the camera and I'm passed out, please, call for help.
Should be fixing 4 or 5 years. They'll get that all done, tightened up, and good to go.
You almost had the option of just taking my room because I was like very close to just texting you guys and be like, not going to make it today.
What happened?
Just a long night with a very cranky child. A little bit of diaper rash, I think. But
done anything like that.
If that were the level of crying, I would have been fine with. It was just like loud, nonstop. Curdling scream. And then at one point I look at Ashley and go, well, what if he doesn't sleep? What are we supposed to do?
How much sleep did you actually get, C-Lane?
Still about 8 hours.
Okay, dude.
Come on, he needs his beauty sleep.
But I'm very exhausted.
Oh, well, we'll get through it today.
Just
because
you
together.
Get the time doesn't mean it works the same.
C-Lane, I have a number for you. That number is 9. All right? 9. How many shows we have left before the end of the year, and we can cruise on through it in 2024. So
9.
let's count those down together.
9.
Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Arlington, Virginia. Woo! I imagine you two have heard about this house in the Washington, D.C. suburb and what happened yesterday. This was wild. This is a very strange story, but let's just start with what happened to the house. Listen in.
Jesus, man.
That is the house exploding right there when somebody was just watching.
James Cameron style.
I know. It really does look like something out of a movie. And here's the thing. You go, well, why do they have a phone, a camera on this house? The person inside the house had started out by firing up a flare into the air, which people were very confused by. And then he started firing off a weapon like 30 times or so in the neighborhood.
This was they were executing a warrant, right?
Yeah. They got a warrant once they got there. So they were all staged outside the house, these police officers. Then they got the go-ahead on the warrant. And right when they started to go into the house, this guy blows the whole thing up. And just watch the pieces of it. I mean, wow. The force with which that went off is just absolutely incredible.
What was the warrant for?
Let's see what they said here. Well, it was probably for multiple
His grass
things.
wasn't mowed enough.
No, they already had the gunshots fired, so it was probably related to that. Massive explosion at a duplex where police were investigating reports of shots fired shook a Washington, D.C. suburb on Monday and destroyed the home, obviously. This is from the AP.
And
All
the
officers...
evidence.
escaped serious injury, but it was unclear what happened to the suspect who was inside the home when it was leveled. Well, I'm thinking that maybe he blew up. I'm thinking that maybe he blew up inside that house. Officers went to the home at about 4:45 p.m. yesterday after receiving reports of shots fired. They later determined the shots came from a flare gun. When the police investigated, they were also getting a search warrant for the home. When police later attempted to execute the warrant, the suspect fired several rounds inside the home, and the explosion occurred just before 8:30 p.m. last night. Flames and debris shot into the air from this house, and they said the guy was kind of in the middle of a mental breakdown, perfect for another guy who has guns. And this guy in the middle of a breakdown had been posting on, of all places, LinkedIn. And
That's strange.
It was like, the government is corrupt, down with the CIA, like ramblings, the ramblings of a crazed man. And clearly this guy had some stuff going on upstairs. But thankfully, it looks like other than him, nobody was killed by this, because it could have been a hell of a lot worse.
Do they know what caused the explosion, though? Like, did he have some TNT that he was...
I don't know.
That was a whip out?
Because they haven't said yet what the bomb was constructed of, but you saw it. I mean, that was no joke.
Massive.
It was a huge explosion in this house. Speaking of explosions, it was posted online just 16 hours ago after it leaked from somebody else who was promoting a Bitcoin scam, and it already has over 72 million views.
Damn!
It is the trailer dropping early because of that leak for Grand Theft Auto 6. And it straight up, it straight up looks like an only in Dade best of sizzle reel. That's what it looks like.
Oh my God, but the graphics are incredible.
It's wild, man. It is so amazing the way this thing looks. And they said it's going to be in Vice City, which is basically Miami. That's Vice City, kind of just Miami. They got a playable female character in the franchise for the first time.
So woke.
They're going to go broke. That's what happens. It's been criticized for its treatment of women. It's pretty funny, though, that they're like, look, we're stepping forward. There's now a playable female character.
Yeah, now that woman can beat up other women.
You can murder all of the other women in Vice City. And there were so many people who reacted to this trailer for Grand Theft Auto, and they go, oh, my God, this is just debauchery and violence. And you go,
yeah.
Where are you from? Don't you know what Grand Theft Auto is?
Been happening. Now, my favorite part is that they released this awesome trailer. The rumor of this coming out for years now, and they're like, 2025. You still have to wait an entire year to get it.
Yeah, that is a real long time, but this will get people buzzing about this. They still haven't said the exact date when it's going to be released.
I'm getting it for sure. Now, do I have to, all the GTA players listening right now, do I have to play the other ones to play this one, or can I just jump right in?
No, you can jump right in.
Yeah, I don't think need to know backstories here or something. But man, does it look amazing! It looks like you're playing real life.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh my God! You want me to show you some of it? I'll run some like B-roll
definitely
style.
has curse words in it for sure.
Yeah, I'm muting it. The footage of this, which is just been released. I mean, the people look pretty real, and all of this stuff that they're doing is very much Miami Party on the streets. All these big flyovers that look like drone style, brand new cars.
I wonder if you could see my house.
You might be able to. All the
so
different
far,
things.
we're just looking at cutscenes, right?
Yeah, they haven't showed any game footage. Yeah, but I mean, it is just next level graphics in this thing. So let's go out and shoot some Grand Theft Auto hookers, folks.
Damn.
Beautiful. Looks real. Looks like actual footage of Miami. And yes, it's debaucherous because it's a game about debauchery. It's a game about freaking out and shooting people and robbing banks.
It's literally named after a crime.
It is. And they've done so many things with Grand Theft Auto that have been impressive to me. What do they call it, C-Lane? It's not like a hack of the game.
A mod.
A mod. That's what it is. Okay. So they do these mods, and they're so wild to me. One they did was a complete Squid Game mod.
That's right. I
they
forgot
did that
about
for
that.
Fortnite, too. I just saw.
Yeah. Oh, did they? So they did this with Grand Theft Auto, and they had people play the drivers who would pick up the Squid Game players and gas them just like they do in the television series. And Man, it's unbelievable. Big Doug Millionaire on Twitch says, it looks good, but not real. Come on.
Oh, please.
Come on, man. Come on. It looks very, very impressive. And we're only like one little step away from this looking real. And they still got a year to do this, to get some of that AI action in there.
You really don't think they're done with it yet?
No, I think these games take forever to do. But then when they release them, oh boy, do they make money. The 72 million people who have already looked at the video in the last 16 hours, number one on trending on YouTube, they'll buy this game. And it's not cheap. So that adds up to a lot of cash for a Grand Theft Auto. So check that out if you haven't. As a matter of fact, I'll put that up on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com so you can take a look if you have not seen it just yet. When we come back, a man has the very unfortunate situation to appear in his life where he learns that his wife has died.
Okay.
And obviously this gentleman was very, very upset about that. Through the process, though, he learned some things about his wife, some things that he didn't know before and that he never wanted to know to begin with. What was it? What was on her phone? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Sure, you could use it to work out.
Are you ready to work together to create a healthier life?
Or you could just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Watch out for an accident off to the side on I-4 eastbound between Lee Road and Maitland Boulevard. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound south of Osceola Parkway. Expect delays eastbound on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535 and your regular pockets of congestion on the Greenway. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Whatever hoagie you prefer, Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Now you can get your favorite classic hoagie just the way you like for only $6. $6 for your favorite classic hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
Real Radio wants to send you to space. Or at least as far as the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex to experience holidays in space. All you have to do is use the Real Radio Talkback feature on our free iHeartRadio app. Maybe tell us how you plan to escape the holiday stress this season. It doesn't matter what you send, all talkbacks will be entered for the prize. One winner will be randomly drawn each weekday so you can experience holidays in space at the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex. Use the Real Radio Talkback on the iHeartRadio app right now and talk back to space for your chance to win. Head to realradio.fm/contest for another chance to enter.
The wonders of the sea meet the joy of the holidays at SeaWorld's Christmas celebration. From underwater discoveries to enchanting shows on ice and Sesame Street land to a winter wonderland filled with magic and millions of sparkling lights. It's a holiday celebration like no other. Only at SeaWorld Orlando. Select dates now through January 2nd. Save up to 40% on tickets and annual passes during our holiday sale. Hurry, offer ends December 24th. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Here's what a Fence Outlet customer has to say about their experience.
After the hurricanes destroyed our old fence, we took the advice of our neighbor and called Fence Outlet. They were fast and professional, and we love our new fence.
Check them out at fenceoutlet.com.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Some days, my active psoriatic arthritis makes it hard to get in the game. Now, the ball is in my court, thanks to treating my skin and joints with Skyrizi, Risankizumab Rizin, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults.
Nothing is everything.
Skyrizi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Now 60 seconds on scams and frauds. From the Federal Trade Commission, this is attorney Larissa Bungo. Let's talk about reporting fraud. I'm sure reports help the FTC find scammers to sue, but why else should people report scams?
The FTC absolutely uses reports to build investigations and bring cases. We also use them to help target education and outreach, and we hope that stopping bad guys and spreading the word are good reasons to report scams. But telling your story can also help your friends, family, and community avoid scams. Both research and experience tell us that the more we talk about the scams that target our communities, the more likely we are to spot and avoid them. That keeps money in people's pockets and information out of the hands of criminals. If you think you've spotted a scam, we hope that you'll tell your story at reportfraud.ftc.gov. Once you do, you'll get advice on how to recover from the scam and how to protect yourself against fraud.
And once again, that's reportfraud.ftc.gov.
Your childcare fell through, and suddenly you need money for a babysitter. But how? With the Solo Funds app, that's how. Solo is a community where other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks, no title loans, no faceless banks. Get the loan you need from a person who wants to see you succeed. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
The holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage provides fast relief from sinus congestion in 30 seconds flat. Navage doesn't just relieve symptoms, it attacks the cause by sucking out the germs, allergens, and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Navage does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold and congestion problems this holiday season. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Wednesday, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest-growing cable news network. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America, the News Nation Republican primary debate. Live Wednesday, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall. Whatever.
We're to hear from you as well. Your news junkie dispatches, a.k.a. just dispatches. Not sure why I said it that way, but your dispatches from thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get to those in just a moment here, but we got to talk about this woman in Atlanta. Her name is Molly Brodak, okay? Molly Brodak was 39 years old. She was a wild one. Her husband said that's why he fell in love with her to begin with, because she had a little crazy in her life, and he was attracted to that.
Okay.
And then out of nowhere, she ends up dead, right?
Fatality.
And unfortunately, you know, he goes in, notices that at age 39, she has taken her own life. He is shocked. He is devastated. Blake Butler, the now widower who she leaves behind, is very, very confused by everything that's going on. He said, I knew she was depressed, but how could she give up on me? Butler, 44, said. How could she give up on us? How could she give up on herself? He said. And they said, young and in possession of both talent and good looks, the pair were something of a golden couple in local literary circles, whatever that means. As Blake didn't realize just how unhappy his wife was, and as he writes in his gripping new memoir, Molly, he'll soon learn that there was much more he didn't know about the woman he loved. So a little weird, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's not weird that if somebody would die, your wife would die, and you would write a novel giving all like the secrets about her life after she died. I don't know. That feels a little tiny bit icky. But
it does, but then you have that like little tidbit that they were both, what was it? Literary what?
Literary, they were a golden couple in literary circles.
Oh.
So I guess they
she
were into
was
this.
somewhat known, I think, is what makes this a little different. Like, they ran her obit in the New York Times.
Really?
And
Okay, so she was definitely somebody then.
Yeah, and and the thing that got her like kind of famous is she like wrote a lot and she did a lot of work based on her father's life of crime.
Mm-hmm.
So like her obit in the Times says Molly Brodak, poet and memoirist. That is a weird ass word.
Close enough.
Of her father's crimes, dies at 39. Her father robbed 11 banks in and around Detroit when she was a teenager to pay off debts.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, and he said he was attracted to like the wildness in her background, and he was into all of that. That's what drew him to her, I guess.
Well, that kind of makes it seem like he was preparing for this book.
Kind of. He's like, ooh, you know what? I don't have as good of a story as she does. I'm going to need to marry her. And then when she kills herself, I'll write a book about her called Molly. And that's exactly what this guy has done. So in the process of his wife's funeral and going through all of her stuff, he learned that she was living a completely and totally different life. This didn't start out of nowhere, though. It says the first time Butler met Brodak, she was in jail. They connected over Facebook because that's a thing.
What was she in jail for?
Doesn't say. Butler didn't know many other writers in Atlanta and was excited to meet up with Brodak, a poet who lived in nearby Augusta, Georgia, and was pretty to boot. She had long waist-length hair, hazel blue eyes, cherubic cheeks. It says they made a date. And it says she called from the back of a cop car, but she wasn't crying. She was kind of laughing. You're not going to believe what happened, she said. Her roommate's car, which she borrowed to drive to Atlanta, this is why she was in jail, C-Lane, had been impounded for expired tags. Later that night at a bar, she showed him her recent MRI scan and said she previously had a brain tumor. So it's a lot he's learning about this woman in the first 24 hours they meet. Saw that she was this beautiful woman that came out of nowhere. She seemed to bring chaos with her. I'm always kind of attracted to women who were wild. Brodak shared her troubled childhood. Her father robbed banks, like C-Lane said in her obit. To pay off his gambling debts, he did 2 stints in prison. She had shoplifted. Her mother was bipolar, and she was left largely unattended.
And
I'm reading this book.
Yeah, she is a blank slate for just very, very weird, out there things to happen.
Yeah, she started doing heroin at 12 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and let her older boyfriends burn her with cigarettes.
Okay.
And so then they get into what he learns. It says, but soon after her death, Butler discovered his wife had hooked up with one of her students just weeks after their wedding. He was looking through her phone for photos to include in a slideshow at her funeral. That's when he learned she had cheated on him with numerous men. He found troves of photos of her posing in lingerie and with sex toys, along with videos of her pleasuring herself and sang the names of other men in a baby voice.
Oh, gosh.
This would make me less excited about planning said funeral, you know? And I'm learning these things.
Are you sure about that?
I'd be like, maybe I'll include these photos in the slideshow. Let's let everybody in on what's happening
That's the
here.
right kind of vindictive.
Digging deeper, he unearthed emails with seductive photos to her students at the various colleges where she taught. He also discovered a correspondence with a poet who seemingly flew to Tucson to have sex with her during a writing retreat.
God, this is a lot of information.
That he had paid for.
He is just throwing her under the bus.
Oh, yeah. She sent the other guy money multiple times.
He actually just changed the name of the book to My Wife, the Pincushion.
Jesus. As I found out the lies she was hiding, it was a bit of a relief. It wasn't that I had failed her. It was that she had built this world of lies. Now he's like offloading. No, he's offloading any guilt he might have had that she took her own life, right? Like, so the guy's like, oh, look it. She was tramping around behind my back, sleeping with all these people. She was building a world of lies around her. That's why this woman killed herself. And he started writing the book Molly about a month after her death. He said, I'm going to write a book about you, and it's going to be the best book I've ever written. And he just ended up putting all this out there as a memoir, which, I guess that's the world they were living in. So maybe it makes more sense.
God, mine would be so boring.
Oh, it wouldn't be as exciting as this in a bad way, though. I mean, in a bad way. This woman was up to all kinds of stuff that wasn't good to her husband, for God's sake.
And
he's also being a little dramatic, don't you think? He's making this.
No way!
He's saying, we just take his word for it?
Well, that's true because he's not going to show the photos.
He could.
Or maybe show the emails or something. But if I was with somebody and I married them and I thought like everything was good and that we were being faithful to each other, and then I'm feeling so terrible about them being dead, I afterwards see these photographs, I'm still going to be mad. I'm still going to be pissed off. I'm still going to feel like I was lied to and I was wronged. And that's pretty intense to me.
It says here, Butler found love again and remarried in 2022. So he remarried while still writing this book about his crazy cheating ex-wife. And
his new wife has a sweet safe with a code that he'll never get.
There's a couple people chiming in on this over on the stream chat, and Sam says, took her own life. Sure. Wink. Right. Yeah. Maybe this was more complex, but seems the cops believe that that is indeed the story. And a lot of people think this is going to be an iHeart podcast pretty soon, and we'll hear ads for it nonstop, which probably true.
It's weird when you run into this situation. I don't know if he knew her passwords or what. I mean, you'd think that she would not share stuff like that if her phone is a treasure trove of communication with other men. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of hard to get into a phone, a phone that belongs to somebody who dies.
That's true.
Not if you put it to their face, their dead face.
Can they do that, though?
Yeah.
That seems wrong.
You probably could do it, but
wait. Try something real quick, C-Lane.
Right.
You got your iPhone near you?
Yeah.
Try to unlock it with your eyes closed.
Okay.
You just open the eyes.
I don't have Face ID on my phone.
Okay,
you don't?
I have Face ID.
I forgot you had that Bobo phone. You got that old...
Don't even start with me today, Sean. It's a perfectly good phone. It's the same processor as your phone.
Does it have the face scan to unlock?
It doesn't have the face scan. I have it.
All right. Try to close your eyes.
Okay. Right now, it's still it's unlocked for some reason. It could see me from so far away. Eyes closed.
Yeah. All right,
eyes
now try
open. Nope. I waited till...
It didn't do it? But I guess you could roll the person's eyes open, right? Is that possible? If somebody's dead, you just pop their eyes open.
I mean, what if you don't get the chance? I mean, this person shot themselves, so the Face ID might not be an option.
Excellent point.
So
this got great beat.
Anyway, so if that happens, you have to go to Apple with a death certificate, and in some cases they can only wipe the phone.
Oh, all right.
But if you're trying to get a hold of their iCloud account, it's a hard thing to accomplish if you don't prepare for this sort of situation.
But it is possible that if somebody dies, you may be able to get access to their stuff?
Yeah.
Or maybe he just simply knew her passcode. I mean, we could chalk it up to that as well.
Seems like something that cheating whores don't really put out there.
Man,
cheating
Arnott
whores
on YouTube says, I know
is
a
she
guy...
not?
The use of the word whores is what's going to trigger her, but in this case, he's kind of got a point.
Okay, but we're also taking the author husband who's got a new wife and a new book coming out and his word for it.
We can't question the other person, unfortunately. No. Can't get to her memories. Or not on YouTube says, I know a guy that was suspicious. So he cracked his girlfriend's pin with 000, 001, 002. I forgot how many combos he did, and she was cheating, he said. Got into the phone and discovered that. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Oh, Darth is saying no, it's not possible to do that on Twitch. You can't get access to a dead person's iCloud. I would say that's probably not accurate because I would imagine if there was an investigation ongoing, the police could certainly get access, right, to somebody's iCloud account if they had a warrant and stuff. So
absolutely.
There have to be some exceptions for gaining access to this. Now, is it only law enforcement? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I just really don't know that. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com, and Charles emails. He's going back to this single parents discussion we had last week on the show, and he said a divorced father's perspective. He says, I had a pretty rough breakup with my ex in 2015. Between then and 2018, she was not doing well, and I assumed the role of primary caretaker of my 2 girls. By the time we finalized the divorce 3 years later in 2018, the judge agreed with me that I should keep custody of them, and they should go to her on weekends because that's what we had been doing. She argued that since she was doing better and had a job, that she should have full custody of the kids. The judge disagreed and ordered her to pay me child support. When we finalized the divorce, everything was good. She was not paying the child support, though, like she should, so I had to take her back to court. And the judge agreed with me again and enforced it being taken out of her paycheck. Things are good now. My girls are 11 and 12 years old. All these people saying the judge automatically sides with the mother are wrong. That was not my experience at all, Charles said. They sided with what made sense for the best interest of the children. They actually wanted her to pay a lot more child support than she does, but I knew that she wouldn't be able to afford that in her own place, so I petitioned them to lower it, he says. A different experience from Charles in these breakups. Let's go over to you. Let's see what you got going on. A lot of people are chiming in with one particular point, and I'll let West Palm and Down get to it right here.
Everyone. Well, exciting day for gamers out there with an early drop of the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, which is blowing up the internet today. Of course, it got leaked early on the internet when it was supposed to be released this morning, so leave it to the internet, someone to ruin good things. So anyway, trailer looks awesome, and of course, News Junkie not in there because not only is it Florida-based, or at least South Florida-based anyway, but look like Joker Gang. Or a character that looks like Joker Gang in there. So, hope his little meth heart is okay. Anyway,
so
love you.
He's not the only one to mention this. A bunch of people have pointed this out to us, number one. And number two, the Daily Mail article suggests that this character in Grand Theft Auto is after a friend of the show. We've lost some contact with him. Joker Gang Gang. The guy who... his whole face is tattooed like the Joker. Here's the screenshot from the trailer that they're saying this character is supposed to be Joker Gang Gang. Well, and he's got purple hair instead of green, and he's got face tattoos, but he's got different face tattoos.
Could he sue him for likeness? This happened like many years ago with, I think it was GTA as well, that they did like a Lindsay Lohan character.
Yes.
She tried to sue for likeness or something like that.
I remember that. I don't know if this would be close enough to him for him to actually sue them, but many, many people made note of it and were emailing. I've got some photo dispatches and some other things of this where people picked up on that. Here is, oh, by the way, Courtney pops in during the break.
Oh, sweet girl.
And she goes, hey, I'm about to go for my run. She goes, I think I want that Grand Theft Auto game. And
that just made me so happy.
I said, oh, okay. And she goes, yeah, it's kind of like The Sims, right? Where you could just wander around in a world. And I said, yeah, it's like that, but you shoot people. And she goes, well, I don't really want to shoot people. And I go, this is not the game for you.
You don't necessarily have to shoot people. You could just steal stuff.
Or she can do what Steezy does and just do the non-player character or whatever. She could just work at the Grand Theft Auto Starbucks.
That's true. Yeah. You could just drive the bus all day.
Yeah, pick up a gig and you become like a worker bee in the Grand Theft Auto world. I mean, maybe
the side-by-side of Real Joker Gang Gang and the Grand Theft Auto version is pretty, I mean, it looks like one has definitely inspired the other.
Really? Is that in the Daily Mail article?
Especially around the eyes.
Right. Yeah. It seems like they use that as like an influence for the character, and then they sort of try to go far enough away from it so that maybe they wouldn't be liable for anything.
I'd be flattered if I were that guy.
Yeah,
I
why
want to
not?
get paid if I were that guy.
True. They're making a lot of money over there. They will be when that's released. Here's the Saltpeter with the dispatch for us. It says, reading is fundamental.
Let me help you guys out a little bit. Memoirist. And here's another one. Cherubic. Memoirist.
When am I going to use cherubic?
Cherubic.
Yeah, I said cherubic, but I know it's from a cherub. I knew what the word was. And
old Cherubic's cube over here.
I hate when people take one word. I say so many words every single day.
Hey, memoirist is a weird ass word. Not a lot of people use that.
Yeah, the New York Post uses that when they're trying to get cute with lingo and move these things in. And we're reading these words for the first time as we're on the show diving through the articles, right? I have a very verbose vocabulary. Almost screwed up that word. That would have been a bad one. Very verbose vocabulary. And I generally just nail all the words that I'm reading. But every once in a while, the cherubic stares at me and I fall backwards. It's not as good. So sorry about that. I'll try to do better today. I'll try to get my reading comprehension up. When we come back, we're going to hear from you. We'll see what's going on in your world and what you should do at your holiday gathering. This is actually, for once, a good idea, and I want you to try this out. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Twitter. It's not just for dragging people. It's mostly real radio, just for dragging people. 104.1. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey everyone, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Afternoon highs today will be in the low to mid 70s. You can expect passing clouds with dry skies and a bit of a light breeze. As we head into the overnight hours, wake up temperatures tomorrow in the 40s and 50s, and highs for your Wednesday only reaching the mid 60s. Thursday expected to be the coolest morning of the week, so make sure that you have your jackets handy. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. During Pro Paint Days at Lowe's, save $10 on a new and exclusive 5-gallon pail of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Drywall PBA Primer and Sealer. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid 12/4 through 12/15. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply.
Folks, there is an amazing company out there that is doing great work to help people like you out. Homeowners who want to make sure that they're not going to have a surprise bill for their air conditioning. And if you want preventative maintenance, there's no better place to get it than Mills Air. Started by Leon Mills back in 1992. They've been around for over 30 years. They're locally owned and operated. They're family owned and operated. This is the type of place where you ring them up and a person answers the phone and they're going to help you out and get you all scheduled. If you have an emergency, don't panic. I know there's potential for that. You can panic and you get freaked out and you go, I don't have the money all ready to go. They have financing for basically everybody out there. And you'll find that with one of the new Carrier units, you may end up saving on your power bill because they're so much better in terms of the technology in the ACs. They are much more efficient, and they can get you big rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit over at Mills Air. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number. It's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Some days, my active psoriatic arthritis makes it hard to get in the game. Now, the ball is in my court, thanks to treating my skin and joints with Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150-milligram injection for adults.
Nothing is everything.
Skyrizi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Ready to unleash your music genius? Create your own songs in just a few swipes with a brand new Hype app. Whether it's hip hop, rock, or electronic, the Hype app lets you effortlessly create and share your own music. Get creating, then listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air. It could win you $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com. Hype, that's HYPH, or on Instagram at XL1067. Watch out, Music World. Here you come.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream. Get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, including advanced Wi-Fi, and one unlimited mobile line free for 12 months. And when you add Spectrum TV, get a Xumo Stream Box free for 12 months. Spectrum One Stream. It's streaming simplified. Visit Spectrum.com for details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but two 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
The money's good and the bids are high. Speedy, fast, the check is on Bank of America, and it's real. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear. Radio.
104.1. Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
A lot of you will be hanging out with your family, your parents, everybody for Christmas to celebrate. You'll be sitting down and enjoying conversation with each other and doing all that fun stuff. Not me, though. I will not be doing that, unfortunately.
Why, bud?
Life's circumstances have dwindled my family in number.
Oh, my gosh. My wife said the most savage thing over the Thanksgiving break.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Oh, boy.
Because, we had, so much food, and her parents start asking, who else can we invite? We got so much food. But what's Sabrina doing? And she's like, she's probably down south or hanging out with the new girlfriend.
Ooh.
And she goes, what about Sean? And he goes, or Ashley goes, well, Courtney's got family in town, and Sean's family's dead.
God almighty.
I was like, I look up from the couch and I'm like, damn.
It sounds like there was a plane crash and they all got wiped out at once.
He has a son.
I do.
That.
I have my son who lives in Gainesville, and I will be seeing him for the holidays at some point in time.
Oh, good.
He's now 22 years old. He's 22 years old now.
That's so weird to hear.
Yep, he's a man.
What does he usually do for the holidays?
He's been spending a lot of time with this girl he's been with, and he hangs out with his friends there. Moved with a couple of friends to Gainesville, and
What's he doing as a job?
He's working at a bar.
Okay.
And I think he kind of does, believe it or not, I think he kind of does security at the bar.
Oh.
Because he texted me the other day. He's like, I punched a guy in the face.
Okay.
And I said, what? And he was like, yeah, he grabbed some girl's ass, and I had to eject him out, and the guy was swinging at me, and I punched the guy in the face, and I was like, did you get in trouble? And he's like, no, it's my job. Well, what? Okay, all right, there you go.
We got to go to this bar of his. Surprise him.
Yeah, so that's what he's up to, and I'll probably see him at some point in time. My parents, unfortunately, are no longer with us, and my sister lives in Georgia, so I don't see her very much. I haven't talked to my brother in about 7 years for some big reasons, I'll say. And so you find yourself, you have a limited amount of time with some of these people. Let's just be real about it. And Courtney and I have been talking about this a little bit, too, because she had some fun on Thanksgiving and the last time also that we hung out with her parents, asking them questions about when they were younger and growing up and their life and different people in their lives. And I thought about that, and I was like, there was actually a news story out today that says you should be holding a family meeting this holiday season.
Okay. Why meeting? When you put it meeting, it seems not fun anymore.
Hate the word meeting. Hate the word meeting and hate the idea that it's like everybody together. But what I would think, and tell me, Sabrina, maybe you and C-Lane, maybe you think I don't need to do this. I already have all this information, but I absolutely didn't. And there's nothing that I'm more happy about than one thing that I did about 10, 11 years ago, right around then, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe 12 years ago.
Swear everybody off?
No, I was, when I was living in Chicago, I was flying back every other weekend, and I would fly where Dylan lived in West Palm Beach. And when I landed in West Palm Beach, I would go to my parents' house in the acreage where they lived. That's where I would take Dylan over there for a couple of days before flying back. And one time when I was sitting there, I think there was a storm coming or something, and we were in the living room, and I busted out my laptop, and I just brought up one of the Ancestry websites, Ancestry.com. And I started going like, Mom, what can you tell me about your mom and dad? And she's like, oh, well, they did this for work, and they did this and this. And I said, well, what about your grandma? And as they're doing this, I'm filling out the Ancestry.com stuff.
Wait, I thought you paid Ancestry to do that for you.
No. This isn't like they have the DNA services, but this is where you build your family tree. And you can search all these databases, and it automatically like connects family members and stuff. And so I was talking to both my mom and my dad, and I'm like, well, Dad, tell me about your parents. And he starts telling me, and I'm filling out the family tree thing on Ancestry.com. And I didn't know my dad grew up in Boston. That was the place where he spent the most time growing up. I didn't know much about my grandfather or grandmother on my dad's side because they both had a heart attack when he was like 12 or 13 years old. And there was so much stuff that I didn't know that family meeting is a stupid idea. But sitting down and asking your parents as they get older about their biographical history. What did you do? What was your first job? What's the craziest thing you did? What's the thing you got in the most trouble for? Your parents got the most mad at you over. What was the first relationship you ever had? All these random things that build up to you getting a better idea of who your parents were and knowing all those stories that otherwise could die with them.
I mean, my mom and I were just talking about this when we were in Ireland because my grandmother had, Nana had dementia, but it was like she wrote in diaries, and my mom found all of that when they were moving her to their hospice care and was so thankful of the conversation she had with my grandmother at like 80 years old. I mean, she went her entire life and then found out all this information and then got to see a lot more in her diaries, fortunately, but it's like conversations like this where you gotta have them now because you never know what is going to happen.
Do you think, Sabrina, if you sat down with your mom and your dad, would you already know all these stories, or would there be stuff?
I know a good amount. What I would like to do, honestly, is record them.
Yeah,
that's what I would prefer because there's a lot of stuff that I feel like I would forget. There's a lot of stuff even in my conversation with my mom that I didn't know. Like there was a great story about my grandmother. It was right in the time where they were getting rid of smoking on airplanes, but she didn't know it yet. And so they get on a flight and all of us are there. I mean, this is a family of 6 plus my cousins, other 4 children. And she finds out that there's no smoking on the plane. And she said, "Get me off this flight." And she made what would be viral in 2023 such a scene that they allowed her to be the only smoker on this flight to Venezuela.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Daddy.
You win every once in a while.
Daddy.
How about that?
Wait a second. It's to Venezuela. Wasn't like international travel the last bastion of flights you could smoke on?
It was, but I was like, apparently this particular flight where they're like, no smoking on here. And she's like, hell no. I have been living on this earth for this long. I'm going to smoke on this flight. And they let her do it.
Yeah. What about you, C-Lane? If you sat down with your parents, do you think there would be a lot of stuff that you're like, oh, actually, I didn't know this. I didn't know that. Or do you think you've heard all the stories that you're going to hear?
I don't know. It depends on which who I'm sitting with. Because if it's like my dad, I think I've heard all the stories I'm going to hear. But if it's his brother, I might find out. I might find out some more stuff.
You might get some stuff that B-Lane is kind of blocking off from you.
Yeah, you keeps close to his side.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There's a lot of people that are talking about this on chat. Four Seasons Landscape Designs on YouTube says, I often thought this and started doing it about 8 years ago. Glad I did, as I learned a lot, and they're no longer with us, he said. Sam says, my wife's grandmother, who had passed recently, last time we visited, they had her baby books that she wrote when she was raising her kids. A lot of people miss out on this opportunity. And that's why I say, if you're with your family for the holidays, it's not about, don't talk about politics, for God's sake. Oh, my God, don't bring up the word Gaza. Just learn something about them that you didn't know before. And after my dad passed, I think I told this story, but if I didn't, anyhow, I remember reading, because my parents split up for a short period of time, and we didn't really talk about this when it was happening. And my dad kept this letter, or I guess maybe my mom kept it, that when my mom was seeing somebody else, which I didn't even know, my mom was dating somebody. When my mom was seeing somebody else, my dad showed up at her new apartment and he knocked on her door.
Stage 5 clinger.
He basically was, yeah. He put a lot of time in. And he slid this note under her door about how much he loved her.
Oh, a romantic.
And they kept it. And I read it, and
was it sweet?
It was very sweet. And you have to understand, for me, my father wasn't like that. That's not the kind of person that he put on display for the family or the world. He wasn't, the most emotional guy. And I saw that, I was like, now I've learned another layer of him that I can keep with me as I move on. Anyhow, corny and all that, but I just think that kind of thing is useful and fun and interesting. And I'll add to it that there's something else that I did that maybe I'm regretting, at least for this very moment here, because I see the headline that says 23andMe admits that 6.9 million customers' ancestry and personal data has been hacked.
Okay.
That's not fantastic to hear.
So the moral of the story is just find out all the stories from your family?
Yeah. Stay away from that DNA website. I use 23andMe. It says hackers stole the ancestry and personal data from 6.9 million customers of 23andMe. The disclosed leak, which compromised ancestry reports, DNA data. Lovely. They've got my DNA. Lovely. Birth dates, locations, and profile photos affected nearly half of all of their 14 million customers. I'm seeing a class action lawsuit in the future here. We'll see what happens. They said the data breach, or at least one of them, was caused by customers reusing passwords, whatever. Anyhow, there's a lot of people who have been victimized by this hack. 6.9 million customers' ancestry and personal data hacked. Okay, we have more dispatches coming in, some good ones actually today, believe it or not. When we return, we'll get to those, of course, and also somebody else dead from drinking Panera Bread's charged lemonade. TikTok on how long this thing is up on the shelves for over at Panera, or do they just get rid of this sucker immediately? We'll get into that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your 30 seconds of airtime awaits. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on the express lanes of I-4 westbound at John Young Parkway. The left lane is blocked. Expect delays due to an accident on Orange Blossom Trail northbound at Clarkona-Ocoee Road. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you could expect your regular pockets of congestion. Through the city, eastbound and westbound, expect delays on I-4 between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by GiveMeTheVin.com.
GiveMeTheVin.com has made it fast. We've made it easy, and we're the only 5-star BBB rated car dealer out there.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Real Radio wants to send you to space. Or at least as far as the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex to experience holidays in space. All you have to do is use the Real Radio Talkback feature on our free iHeartRadio app. Maybe tell us how you plan to escape the holiday stress this season. It doesn't matter what you send. All talkbacks will be entered for the prize. One winner will be randomly drawn each weekday so you can experience holidays in space at the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex. Use the Real Radio Talkback on the iHeartRadio app now and talk back to space for your chance to win. Head to realradio.fm/contest for another chance to enter.
Business owners, had enough of this yet? Are you just done and ready to retire? Is money tight? Or maybe business is at an all-time high. You have options. Don't just walk away. We can help you sell, retire, and just relax no matter what your situation is. Hi, I'm Andy Cagnetta, and at Transworld Business Advisors, we've been selling businesses for over 40 years. And with offices located around the world, we have thousands of buyers ready to buy your business now. Don't wait until the last minute or try to do it yourself. That is a recipe for disaster. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value and how Transworld can maximize your eventual selling price. We will help you win. And in the current climate, you need help to sell your business. Call Transworld at 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com. That's 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com.
This time of year, big box tool stores start to sell a whole bunch of not tools, from dancing Santas to plastic trees. At Northern Tool and Equipment, we'd rather sell you a 4-horsepower chainsaw fitted with a full chisel chain to cut down your own tree. And we have wood chippers come January, because you know, mulch. We're cutting prices on power tools, automotive jacks and stands, and portable inverter generators this holiday season. Save in store or at northerntool.com.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Attention! Our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
At EasyCater, we know ordering food for work can get complicated pretty fast.
We're going to need breakfast for the entire office on Thursday.
Janet wants really nice bagels.
Make sure some are gluten-free.
Make sure they have great coffee.
Can there also be waffles?
Janet has a hard stop at 9:30.
$15 a person
I'm going to
max.
need itemized receipts for this.
No,
Is the budget for breakfast different than what we're just going to grab and go? Fine. Company breakfast? Just use EasyCater. Food for work delivered on time as ordered with a huge variety. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
The holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage provides fast relief from sinus congestion in 30 seconds flat. Navage doesn't just relieve symptoms, it attacks the cause by sucking out the germs, allergens, and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Navage does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold and congestion problems this holiday season. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Sick of paying $100 for groceries and getting nothing but eggs, orange juice, and a paper bag? Then download the Drop app. Drop lets you earn points with your everyday shopping and redeem them for gift cards. Want a free dinner with those groceries? Drop it. How about daily lattes? Drop it. So download Drop today and get $5 just for signing up. Use invite code GetDrop777. That's invite code GetDrop777.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Nobody seems to mind. Another charged lemonade death. We'll get to that in just a moment.
So bizarre.
I don't believe that this is happening. Like, how could it stay on the shelf at Panera if it's like this is killing people?
But of all places, too, Panera is like so chill.
Yeah.
Have you been inside one? Like, it's a very relaxing environment. It's like, would you like some soup and some bread? And just chill here and have your work meeting? It's not bustling, yet you have on the shelf there something that's killed 2 people.
Yeah, I cannot believe that this has happened once again. We'll talk about that in a moment here. But Sabrina had a bit of an out-of-body experience this morning.
Is that not the coolest thing?
Oh, my God.
I completely forgot because you were there as I was witnessing it. We were on our work meeting, on the Zoom call, and you hear me go, oh, my God. I think I even cursed a little bit.
Right. We're on the call where we're like going over all things with iHeart HQ and here's what's happening with the show, events, all this stuff. And Sabrina goes, oh my God. And all of us like, is she okay? She got pulled over before on one of these calls. Is she getting pulled over again? And she goes, I just saw a bald eagle. And she saw
it was in the middle of the street.
Is a big ass bald eagle.
Show the pic,
the
please.
photos here in front of me, and it's a real bald eagle for sure. But
so cool.
Why is it standing in the road?
So what's not pictured is this dead raccoon in the middle. But I never thought that eagles, pick up dead animals. I thought it was always live prey.
Maybe it's when they're like super hungry or something. This guy hasn't gotten enough to eat in a little while. But it sure as hell is a big-ass eagle, and he's just standing in the middle of the road. And I thought something bad happened, for God's sake.
I think that's good luck, right?
To see an eagle?
Yeah.
I don't know. What if you saw this car that's coming at it plow over it? That would have been very bad luck.
What if I had hit it?
Just
God, it definitely
swerves.
would have been late to work.
If one of the worst things you could be in the news about, they'd be like a local radio host,
Radio DJ. They'll call me a DJ.
They won't say syndicated. They won't say any of that. Local radio DJ Sabrina Ambra plows into America's symbol, the bald eagle. Authorities still scraping the eagle from the asphalt.
Let's be honest about it. It was local radio DJ dies after trying to swerve away from an animal that had wings and could just fly away, because the last thing I would do is kill an animal with my car.
Are they super rare? Because I'm trying to think if I've ever seen an eagle.
Well, they're
I've seen
endangered, right?
The bald eagle, is it still endangered?
Protected, I thought. But
do some Googling here.
I've certainly seen, that's not my first eagle in the wild.
Like, I see hawks all the time, but I've never seen, I don't think, just out in the wild, a bald eagle just chilling around, doing its thing. America's symbol here.
Amen.
On the streets, just walking around getting some dead animals for food.
Oh, it's the conservation status is least concern. So
that's why it's in the streets.
Could have ran it over.
So there it is, man. That's pretty amazing. There's big, beautiful animals out there in this world of ours. And you should be aware that they're out there representing this country. Meanwhile, I found out where Dylan works. C-Lane did some prodding. He's like, hey, is this place? Dylan works at Balls.
Yep.
That's the name of the place.
Well,
how do you spell it?
B-A-L-L-S.
Yeah, Balls. It's Balls. And when you said that Dylan worked at a bar, I almost, because I know the name of 2 bars in Gainesville, Florida. There's the Swamp, which is obviously a Gators bar. And I mean, a lot of them are Gators bars. There's the Swamp, and then there's this place called Balls that one of my groomsmen used to be like a legend at. Mm-hmm. Like that was his watering hole. Like,
is the theme Balls?
No,
at this place?
It's just called Balls.
All right.
And it's not like you walk in and there's like, plushy scrotums everywhere. It's just like it's just a bar. It's a hole in the wall. It's I'm trying to think of what I could compare it to here. But I mean, it's writings on the wall. It's a hole.
Is it a place I should be worried about my son working at?
Well, he's already punched somebody in the face, so I think he's doing all right.
True.
And he wasn't fired.
So I almost said, is it Balls? But I just kept it to myself. And then Peisenberg texted me, and he's like, Dylan works at Balls now. And I was like, what are the chances?
Heisenberg know that?
Heisenberg knows, and I don't. Man, Father of the Year award just going to be served up to me on a silver platter here. So that's it. He works at Balls. He's my son has grown up to be the security guy at Balls.
Ball security.
Yeah, I knew he could do it.
They're saying in chat, like, is it like a sports bar and like balls as in sports balls? I don't think so. I don't think it's big enough that people go there for football Sunday. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been there once.
He said they were going to do good for the Gators game, so they must have at least some stuff on. But yeah, that's where he's at these days.
They're going to do good at the Gators game because the Gators are playing in Gainesville, and everybody there is going there to get drunk before the game.
Oh, it could be that too, yeah. Meanwhile, all of this is safer than going to Panera Bread at the moment, because Panera Bread is now with a death count of 2 people.
Fatality.
A second wrongful death lawsuit has been tied to its charged lemonade, which last we saw in Panera Bread, they put all these like signs up around the charged lemonade, and it's like, warning, lots of caffeine.
Why do you have it
dangerous.
as a fountain drink? Bottle it up.
I have no idea, but they're serving this up still to this moment. A lawsuit filed Monday alleges Panera's lemonade drink caused the death of a Florida man, Dennis Brown, 46, after he went into cardiac arrest when he left the restaurant. They said Brown consumed a lemonade with his dinner at the Panera Bread near his job in Florida and died while he was walking home.
Okay, so if there's a bunch of signs, though, like how can Panera be in trouble? It's like this, what if he had gone to the gas station and grabbed a Red Bull? Though I hear that this is like more energy or more caffeine than Red Bull and Monster combined.
Yeah, here's what it said. It says the lawsuit alleges Brown had been drinking the lemonade for 6 days.
Okay, dude.
And was a member of Panera's Unlimited Sip Club, where you could order unlimited drinks.
Ooh.
According to their menu, charged lemonade has 390 milligrams of caffeine, which is close to the 400 milligram daily maximum intake from the FDA. It contains more caffeine than Red Bull and Monster energy drinks combined. And this is the second dude, at least, who has died from the charged lemonade over at Panera. How do they not stop selling this? Like right now?
Because a bunch of people are drinking it because they love it.
Oh, hell yeah. There's a bunch of like teenagers who go, 2 people died from the charged lemonade. Let's go get some.
It.
And remember when Four Loko came out and a couple of stories popped up like this? It wasn't long before Four Loko was gonzo.
But those were the times. My freshman year of college, it was Four Loko, like the original one. Mm-hmm. And we would get so lit, but it was such a different level of drunk that I've never felt again because of that caffeine combo.
I don't get why the huge like backlash against Four Loko prompted them to go, you know what? You can keep Four Loko, but you got to get rid of the caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can mix caffeine with alcohol on your own.
But it won't be on them.
Okay.
Well, the problem here is that it could all boil down to personal responsibility. You can say, like, dude, don't drink charged lemonade for 6 days in a row, you weirdo. What are you doing, man? But people are going to do that. I'm just realizing more and more every day. The number of stupid people is growing drastically. I think it's the stupid people breeding with the other stupid people, and then stupid babies come out. Those stupid babies grow up, they meet another stupid person, stupid grandkids come out. Right. Further down the line, they're all drinking charged lemonade right out the gate.
Well, they still have rights, Sean.
I think they should be taken away. Okay. I think too many people have rights in the United States of America. Yeah.
You and North Korea have something in common.
I don't want to go that far. I'm not going to full Kim Jong-un it. I would definitely take away the voting rights of a large swath of the country immediately.
Shut up.
If I was president. Not women. I trust the women more than I trust the kids voting out there.
Somebody brought up the Man Show the other day in conversation, and I think one of my favorite things I ever saw on that show, I mean, it was a lot of stupid guy humor, obviously based on the title, but the going out to petition the end of women's suffrage based on the fact that nobody knows what the word suffrage means.
Right.
It was just like, oh, man, that was a chef's kiss.
I think that there's obviously when people are dying of charged lemonade, there are people who have too many rights in this country. There's too many rights for dumb people.
Not for nothing. I'm looking at the Panera Bread website. There's some good-looking flavors of this charged lemonade, like blood orange, strawberry lemon mint.
Are there big warnings on it?
There's just a small rectangle that says contains caffeine.
Okay.
All right. And
which it doesn't have on the Diet Pepsi or the Mountain Dew or any of the other coffees.
If they had any balls, they would put the death count at the top of that page. And just roll it over each time.
I mean, the way this headline comes off is like this man drank it and then he walked out and had a heart attack. No, he had it for 6 days in a row. That means after day one, he's like, I love this feeling. Give me more of it, dude. So it's not on Panera. May he rest in peace. And it's unfortunate, but it was 6 days in a row.
Yeah, that's the problem. What we do is we legislate for abusers in this country. We often do that. And while I'm only halfway kidding about dumb people having too many different rights in this country, excuse me, I'm thinking about two things at once again. Too many rights in this country. I'm halfway serious about the idea that we take these idiots and we go, all right, because Dave couldn't help himself and went on a 6-day charged lemonade bender, no one else can have one. Shut it all down. And we do this. That's the way they do in New York City. They made it so there's certain sizes sodas that are too big.
Oh, my gosh. Infuriating to walk into a 7-Eleven and it's like all of the cup sizes are small or medium.
Yeah. And can you get a medium and then drink it and then go get another medium?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that pass.
And you're getting same exact outcome. You're doing it that way or the other way. I guess it should just be like drink at your own risk. You could die if you sip down too much of this stuff, or you could enjoy the ride. It's either one. Real quick, this is the most Manhattan story, speaking of New York, I've heard in a very, very long time.
Big Apple.
A community has rallied around a Manhattan woman who's been frantically searching for her beloved dog, Rosie, since Thanksgiving weekend. The owner, Shira, was on a cruise when she received word Rosie had run away from her dog sitter during a walk in Central Park on November 25th. The mini golden doodle had run off near the park entrance near Fifth Avenue. It was really awful, Shira said. She probably saw a squirrel and got startled and ran off, she said. Shira took the first flight back to New York City after the ship docked in the Dominican Republic. So her cruise had docked at the first location, and when she learned that her dog was missing, she got off the cruise ship on a plane and flew back to Manhattan to try to get her golden doodle. After a 6-hour delay, the Canadian native hit the streets searching for Rosie but couldn't find her. Let's go more Manhattan. She then hired a dog tracker, organized searches through social media posts, and alerted shelters, police, and veterinarians.
Oh, TikTok was all over this.
Oh, were they really?
Oh, I'm sure.
There's been a search party every night for the past week, and strangers have helped by putting up flyers on the Upper West Side and Upper East Side during the day. I'm worried she's hungry, scared, or injured, Shira said. The community has really shown their support. They say good news, though. Rosie has been spotted in Central Park several times since she disappeared, including most recently by the family playground at Central Park. And if you're saying, well, they can't find her, she's in the park, you're probably forgetting that Central Park is absolutely massive. It is huge. The dog tracker believes Rosie's in the park.
She hired Jim Bounty, very famous dog tracker.
Is he really?
Yeah, Bounty the dog hunter.
Jesus Christ.
I hate you. I knew it was fake.
Both of us were like, how does he know about this, dude? Well done. Well done. That's 8 hours of sleep for you.
The dog tracker believes Rosie's in the park and has set up night cameras and food to help find the pup.
Ooh, that's going to be a big old bill for this lady.
Rosie has a cream and dark apricot colored coat and long ears. She's about 24 pounds and was wearing a hot pink harness at the time she escaped. The dog also has a microchip and a collar with Shira's contact information. Here's the most Manhattan sentence ever. It doesn't feel complete without her, said Shira, who also has a cat at home. She likes chicken and cheese. She's an Upper East Side doggy. She likes puppuccinos. She's not an outdoor dog, she said. And everybody on the hunt for this lovely golden doodle named Rosie. Hopefully they find her in Central Park and get her a puppuccino.
How long has this been going on?
She's been missing since Thanksgiving break now. So a little while. I think they'll find her. She's out there, unless somebody stole her, because that happens quite a bit too. Okay, let's get to some of your dispatches here. Let's see what's going on where you are out there on planet Earth. Newbies who want to hear your name for the first time and hear what you sound like, just introduce yourself. That's all you have to do. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record your first dispatch right now. Sergeant Dave is talking about that charged lemonade.
Hey, junkies, it's Sergeant Dave.
Hey.
About that charged lemonade thing, now would probably be a good time to see if we can snag a bag of that syrup, because the ways these things go, it's probably going to be worth a fortune soon.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
I would not be surprised if they canceled this thing.
You guys want to try it?
I would try it. I'm not usually into energy drinks. You guys drink energy drinks at all?
Not often. I mean, I feel like if I have a gig at night, I'll have a Red Bull, or at least it seems like placebo. If I have a couple sips, I'm like, I'm energized now. But I think back when we started the show and
we did,
and you were like, hey, you want a sugar-free? All right, I'll go grab one.
Let's do it.
Let's get a
Red Bull. We're so hardcore that we're doing sugar-free Red Bull.
All day.
That's where we're getting it all from. Here's Chaos talking about the Panera drink.
What's up, news junkies? Happy today.
Hey.
All right, I'm going to play Occam's Razor, the other side of Occam's Razor on this, because everybody feels bad for this guy for the most part. The side of the drink this drink. If you have a heart condition, you don't drink energy-based drinks.
True.
I intake an energy supplement. It's 400 milligrams of caffeine a day. I do that once a day. And then I'll have a Pepsi or something like that. So, yeah, I'm going over what the FDA says.
He's all hopped
up. I don't have a heart condition. These people that, this is literally natural selection. If you decide, hey, I'm going to drink this drink when it's going to cause my heart to palpitate and have issues, and you die, that's natural selection. There should be no lawsuit over this. This is sheer stupidity on these people's parts, except for the first woman, because they didn't have anything posted.
Yeah, that's true. Now at least it's been out there. And they got the messages up at the Panera that says it's got caffeine in it, that it's got a lot in it, and now there's much less in terms of excuses. We'll do two more real quick. We'll start off with this one. Here's Man Kickin'.
Yeah, I see bald eagles all the time up here in Iowa.
Cool.
They're commonly out in the fields eating dead animals.
And that's Iowa for you, everybody, in a nutshell.
That's a good time there. That's what they do. Thanks. Appreciate that, Man Kicking. Big Bird is also, strangely enough, talking about birds.
Oddly enough, one of the facts about eagles is they are scavengers. They're coward birds. They don't kill anything. That's why Ben Franklin.
Why is it the symbol for America?
He said Ben Franklin didn't want that.
It's the national bird, that is. Bye.
Yeah, I know they use fake noises for eagles in movies because the real eagle noise is not impressive. We brought that up before in the show.
Sure.
Real eagle noise is like meep, 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 meep. There's like a really pathetic sound. Hawk noise is like ah, it's impressive, and you get scared of it if it roars down at you. Although I say that, I'm scared of anything that flies. It's even the small stuff.
Oh, see, it's so weird because I'm scared of flying, like airplane style, but I am obsessed with wild birds.
Yeah, but if birds
Florida
start
backyard.
flying by it, you ever have like a bird like kind of dive bomb you a little bit? I hate that.
On my outside patio, it's just like they use it kind of like a breezeway, and I'll be on my computer and they just fly right by my face.
Oh,
and
I
it's
see. That
awesome.
would freak me out. I hate that. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get into something that is going to be very unfortunate for people who are all horned up these days. Excuse me, I have to burp. Sorry.
Wow, that was
apology. I didn't mean to do that. It's only 9 days left, 9 shows left. When we come back, we'll talk about what's happening in the UK for people who are looking at enjoying some adult content. This could be a huge problem for many of them. What's happening? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on Boggy Creek Road southbound at Lake Nona Boulevard. Expect delays westbound on I-4, the express lanes, due to an accident at John Young Parkway. The left lane is blocked. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you could expect your regular pockets of congestion. Slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Check engine light, oh so bright? Drive into any Central Florida area Valvoline Instant Oil Change where our certified technicians are happy to help you get back on the road in no time. Stay in your car and no appointment needed. For money-saving coupons, go to VIOC.com.
Mortgage brokers are better, my friends. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like That Mortgage Guy Don. And That Mortgage Guy Don is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Now, we all know the process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated and confusing and so frustrating you don't want to do it, but it's none of those things when you work with Don. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com and see immediately that it is chock full of information for you. It's very easy to navigate through, and any question that you have direct access to the expert himself via live chat, email, appointment, Zoom call, or get your question answered live this weekend on the Home Loans Radio Show. Most importantly, get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
Now that the kids are getting older, we needed to get a fence installed because we don't want them wandering into the lake in our backyard, and we most certainly did not want the alligators crawling into our backyard either. So once we called, they came and they surveyed our yard. They showed us what the options were, and within a couple of weeks, they installed the fence, and we were good to go. I'm glad we picked Fence Outlet. They did a really good job.
See for yourself. Go to fenceoutlet.com. That's fenceoutlet.com.
License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself, and Dunkin' thinks you deserve a reward. That's why every Wednesday, now through December, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase. So whether you like your midweek pick-me-ups oozing with chocolate or filled with jelly, it's on us, because you deserve it. Save time and order ahead on the app with Dunkin' Rewards. Not a member? Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
Your childcare fell through, and suddenly you need money for a babysitter. But how? With the Solo Funds app, that's how. Solo is a community where other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks, no title loans, no faceless banks. Get the loan you need from a person who wants to see you succeed. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
Hey guys, John Clay Wolf here. We don't just do cars, we do all kinds of stuff, but one thing's for certain. I do love to buy cars, so remember, GiveMeTheVin.com if you're selling yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Could you please pass the potatoes?
Uncle Bob, why are you singing?
With all the rewards we are getting, with the Navy Federal Credit Union's cash rewards card, I hired a singing coach for caroling.
But it's summer.
Since we get up to 1.75% cash back on all our holiday purchases, there is cheer to last all year.
Please stop.
These potatoes are delicious, by the way.
Get cheer to last all year with Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but two 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. In Trust, Rachel Adams Heard discusses the Osage Nation and its story and changes throughout the years. The Big Take. Host Wes Kosova talks to Bloomberg journalists around the world, experts, and the people at the center of the news to help you understand what's happening. Crash Course. Every week, Crash Course explores the lessons to be learned when creativity and ambition collide with competition and power. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics. It's the
No matter where you're listening to the show today, you'll learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. And while you're there, send us a dispatch to say hi and check in with the show. There's something happening for people who are interested in adult content over in the UK, and this sounds like an absolute and total nightmare. But first, over at Time, they're doing the Person of the Year for 2023. I feel like this has lost all of its influence. Like, I feel like Time Magazine is rip anyways. Like, nobody pays attention to Time Magazine anymore.
Except for this time of the year.
This is it, right? This is like the last thing that they seem to have. I don't think Time Magazine, or any magazine for that matter, is relevant anymore. Magazines as a whole are dead. The last bastion of magazines hanging on is the old ladies who still buy stuff at the checkout line at the grocery store.
Oh my gosh, what are the middle schoolers selling as a fundraiser these days?
They must be something else, right?
Fashion magazines still do very well.
Not nearly what they used to do. That's probably like the biggest area of magazine sales would be like your Vogue or Cosmopolitan, and a lot of those are ceasing production. And I'm talking about the actual physical magazine, by the way. I'm not talking about like their website or anything else.
Gone are the days where I sit down with my decaf and flip through the J.D. Power and Associates.
Nobody's doing this anymore. It just doesn't matter. But they still put out their Person of the Year. I think they jumped the gun, or jumped the shark rather, on the Person of the Year years and years ago. The lamest one ever was when Time did "You Are the Person of the Year," the creator, and it was like a reflective cover that showed your face. And you're okay. What? Take a stance, for God's sake. And they've just gone downhill from there. I don't even use it as a source for the show anymore, because I swear to God, I go to time.com like 100 times in a row, and there's nothing happening on the front page of the website that's interesting or exciting or going to keep me, alive and awake while I'm reading it. But they have said the
Sean,
options.
if they said that you were the Person of the Year, you'd be like, I love Time Magazine. Thank you so much. I will buy 50 copies.
I would still crap on them, and they would never do that. But they will do it for one of these people. Hollywood Strikers, which is, whatever. Xi Jinping.
Now, I originally, towards the beginning of the year, predicted that AI would be Time Magazine's Person of the Year.
I remember
would have been
that
more interesting. That would have been more interesting than anything on this list.
But there was a point at which where I amended that, because the longer those strikes went on, the more that took over all the things we were talking about. A, because it was happening, and B, because it was taking away the things we were watching on TV.
Of course, yeah.
So I thought that the strikers was a decent idea. I think for the AI thing, they kind of essed the bed.
Yeah, they could have had some angles with the AI thing that I think could have worked and been an interesting read. But they also said Xi Jinping, the president of China, boring. Taylor Swift, boring. Don't get me wrong, I love Taylor Swift. She's great. Get your money, do your thing. But is Taylor Swift exciting in any way? No.
I mean, but it's all they talked about all year long, dude. All year long, Taylor Swift was in the news.
I totally agree. And I totally agree that, like, if you wanted to do it for selling the most magazines, you would pick Taylor Swift. But Taylor Swift is just like an ice cream sundae or something. There's no edge to it at all. Sam Altman, not enough people know who he is or care about him.
That's where I meant what I meant where they essed the bet on doing AI. Instead of AI in general, the idea of it, which we've been talking about ad nauseum this year, like not just ChatGPT, but DALL-E and all the other AI things, all the AI voice stuff that's been going on, like just the idea of it has kind of taken over, and it's been like snowballing the most in the past year. So to just say, oh, we could make it Sam Altman. Not going to make it Sam Altman. That's stupid.
No. I think his name recognition is way too low. The Trump prosecutors, yawn. Barbie. Yeah, the Barbie movie was probably the biggest cultural thing from 2023. I challenge you to come up with something that was more explosive culturally than when the Barbie movie came out, but still boring. Vladimir Putin.
Putin would be controversial.
Putin would be controversial, but I feel like
that Hamas Person of the Year.
Look, if they made the leader of Hamas Person of the Year, that would be interesting. If they had like an exclusive interview with one of the heads of Hamas, these billionaire dudes living in the Middle East, far away from where the war is going on, I'd be interested in that. Vladimir Putin's it's like third page news now. We're not talking about Ukraine as much, and we're not talking about Russia. King Charles III, I love his fingers.
Ew,
I think
you love them?
Big old sausage fingers. I'd love to shake his hand just to get my hand around those things. And Jerome Powell, who's been the chairman of the Federal Reserve. The average person doesn't know who Jerome Powell is. They don't know what he's doing.
Is he related to Colin?
No, he's not, I don't believe. But he's like the guy trying to work us through this inflation, and nobody cares. Nobody cares about this stuff. We talk about Time Magazine one time a year, just like People Magazine. But I think People Magazine is still more culturally relevant than even Time is. I really think they are. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Meanwhile, over in the United Kingdom, there is a bit of a worry from some adults looking to watch some adult things. They say porn users could have their faces scanned to prove their age with extra checks for young-looking adults. They say this is Ofcom. It's like their FCC watchdog type group. They're trying to prevent children from viewing this content online. The average age children first view of pornography is 13, they say. And they will have to collect highly sensitive personal information, face scans on people who would go to these websites. I think that all of this is the Online Safety Act, which it says it will be enforced by Ofcom, which can issue large fines if firms fail to comply. Ofcom has now outlined how it expects firms to become highly effective at complying with the new regulations, which come into force sometime in 2025. So in 2025, you can play the next GTA, and you can maybe possibly get on a porn website in the UK. It would require an acceptable method to prove your age, requiring government photographic ID such as a passport. Great. Checking if the user has previously had age restrictions removed from a mobile phone, credit card checks, or digital ID wallets that store users' proof of age, which can be shared with the website. And then facial age estimation tech that will scan your face with software is also an option. This is meant to kill these adult websites. Nobody's going to scan their face to go to that website. You're going to go to another one hosted in some country where they don't care and they're not going to do the facial scans.
How is it there are people still trying to kill adult websites? Aside from the very overly religious side of things, like what it seems like the big porn boogeyman hasn't really been a thing in a long time.
Yeah, I think people got away from that, and now we're revisiting
people, it, or whatever they are in the UK. But it will never die.
No.
When you try to shut one website down, there are thousands more.
Yeah, that is not going to stop. The internet is already unleashed on all of us, and there's no getting around this. It's just the way it's going to be. All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? John Lennon's last words have been revealed while Joey Crack was apparently lying his crack off. So you think magazines are knocking on death's door? Not if boomers have anything to do with it, Sean. Plus, 'tis the season to do the same poll we do every year so people fight on the internet. Find out which one and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everyone, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Afternoon highs today will be in the low to mid 70s. You can expect passing clouds with dry skies and a bit of a light breeze. As we head into the overnight hours, wake up temperatures tomorrow in the 40s and 50s, and highs for your Wednesday only reaching the mid 60s. Thursday expected to be the coolest morning of the week, so make sure that you have your jackets handy. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. They're playing cha-chingle bells at Jackson Hewitt. Starting December 11th, get a holiday loan for up to $1,000. Visit jacksonhewitt.com. Early refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Finance charge applies. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Hey creators, it's your chance to be heard. Always dreamed of making your own song? Now you can with just a few swipes on the Hype app, where you can effortlessly create music, share it with friends, and join a community of real musicians. Listen to Johnny's House on XL 106.7 for a chance to hear your Hype song air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the Hype app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL 106.7 on Insta.
Experience the hot new restaurant, Cavas Tacos and Tequila, featuring a 3-foot taco board, fresh guacamole, and more than 150 tequilas. The perfect spot to gather with friends and family for a holiday cocktail class, Christmas Eve dinner, or a New Year's Eve party. With indoor and outdoor bars, patios, private dining, Mexican folklorico dancers, and fire shows. Cavas Tacos and Tequila on iDrive. Find Cavas Tacos on Instagram or visit cavastacos.com. That's KAVAS tacos.com.
Some days, my active psoriatic arthritis makes it hard to get in the game. Now, the ball is in my court, thanks to treating my skin and joints with Skyrizi, Risankizumab Rizin, a prescription-only 150-milligram injection for adults.
Nothing is everything.
Skyrizi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Whatever hoagie you prefer, Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Now you can get your favorite classic hoagie just the way you like for only $6. $6 for your favorite classic hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Men, suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? Frustrated taking pills that don't work? Here's a message from Premier Men's Medical Center.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Premier Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough treatments with men lasting longer than ever without pain or surgery.
Call now. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You will see instant results right in the office. Call Premier Men's Medical Center now. 407-723-7135. That's 407-723-7135.
Hey, you're up next.
My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Get social with us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Hey, Fred, if you miss any of the show today, you can always subscribe to the podcast. We appreciate it when you do, and that way you don't miss any of the show. You keep up with what's happening in our lives and yours. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com for the links to the podcast right now. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about? Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguydawn.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you are considering buying your first dream home, perhaps you are going to refinance the home you already own, start the process today by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com. You can see immediately it's easy. It is very easy to navigate through, and any question you have direct access to the expert and friend that is That Mortgage Guy Don.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
It was 31 years ago, 1992. This guy's album, The Predator, debuted at number one.
Oh, man.
Number one on both the pop and R&B charts. He is the first, and I quote, hardcore rapper to do it. That's your last clue. I'm running out of time.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube is right.
Yeah.
This is The Predator, the one with Check Yourself, and it was a good day. So congratulations to Ice Cube. And I love your work outside of that 31 years ago.
He's on some TV. Movies, right. All like that whole series that they did.
Next
they
Friday,
well.
Boys in the Hood, Friday, Ride Along.
Duh.
So, I don't know why I said next Friday before Friday.
Oh, this is a real kiss and sell story. Sean, you say magazines are dead?
Mm-hmm.
They say nay. Now, copies of the New York Post special edition covers commemorating Kiss Eye's final show of the End of the Road World Tour, they've been now selling for hundreds on eBay. This article says up to $120. I just checked. It's $400 for this damn magazine.
Yeah, nobody's bid on this, though, I don't think. There's two available for $400. But this...
Okay, but 5 people are watching it.
Yeah, there's people watching it, so they're paying attention
There must
to
be
the
another
auction.
one. Over the course of 3 days, hawkers decked out the authentic Kiss costumes, and they were all over New York, pretty much took over New York City. Times Square, Empire State Building, Madison Square Garden. And now the collector's items are going for big bucks, according to Page 6, and even the band has given the Post props for it. In addition to social media posts from the band's official accounts, Gene Simmons shared images of the covers via Instagram stories. So there you have it. They have a couple more dates that already happened in December, marking the Kiss final ever live touring show. I say with an asterisk, they'll be back for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no, this gal real mad at another magazine. This Week in Magazines. Look
What's
at us
happening
go.
here? Oh,
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish is right, and she says that a magazine actually outed her during a red carpet interview. She is speaking out after reports stated that she has openly come out as gay. Which, why are we still coming out?
Yeah,
Just
didn't she
say,
come out as
let's go.
bi, which is like the, you know.
Oh, please tell me your take on bi, Sean.
It's like every high school aged girl is going to say that she's bi. I don't think that that's like a rarity anymore.
Oh, okay. That's one way to look at it. There's actually true bisexuals. You know that, right?
I'm sure there are some. I'm sure there are some who are also just like.
I also think that high school kids don't
Stolen
look at
valor.
that stuff anymore. I don't
What do
think
you
that
mean?
there's like labels for it. It's just you like people.
I'm saying if you look at the, like when they do the polling data on this, you'll see stuff like, this is always weird to me. They'll say like 25% of Gen Z is LGBT. And you're like, wow, holy cow. And you look and it's all bisexual women. It's just like a huge, huge percentage of that is like 18 to 34-year-old women who are saying they're bisexual.
Well, now we got more. The singer said she was physically attracted to women. So from bi to just full les. 21-year-old said, I kind of thought, wasn't it obvious? I didn't realize people didn't know. I just don't really believe in it. I'm just like, can't we just exist? I've been doing this for a long time. I just didn't talk about it. Whoops.
When she says, wasn't it obvious, though, it's not like we've really seen her out in public with another person, like attached to somebody.
Yeah, but at a lot of her interviews, though, it was like implied. But also,
why are they asking that in interviews?
Point, exactly, but her point is like, why does this have to be a big deal? Why is this the question I'm being asked on the red carpet?
Is there any other job where somebody would just ask you in an interview what your sexuality is? It seems like it would be
in
weird.
Florida, maybe we got some laws coming.
In the workforce, that's actually rather frowned upon.
Hey, remember the first year of the show when that douchebag at the bar was like, "Don't tell people you're gay; it's going to ruin your ratings." And I'm
He
like,
apologizes
"Who
to
the
me for
hell
that
are you?"
all the time.
Really?
That guy, every time I see him, he apologizes to me for that.
Ew.
And now
why would you say that?
Now I'm annoyed by the apology. Now
You
I'm just
should
like,
be.
now you're just bringing it up, man.
He says, Billy rather says, thanks Variety for my award and also outing me on the red carpet at 11 a.m. instead of talking to me about anything else that matters. I like, boys and girls, leave me alone about it, please. Literally, who cares? We might care about this. We finally got John Lennon's last words.
Oh, wow. How did we get them just now?
Because there's a new book coming out.
Ooh.
They've been revealed. in the new, not a book, a Apple TV documentary called John Lennon, Murder Without a Trial, which comes out tomorrow. Now, if you were expecting something pretty crazy, the final words are, they're pretty obvious. Would you like to take a guess, or I'm going to just tell you?
Is it? You said it's pretty obvious.
Like, what would happen? What would you say?
I'm shot.
That is, you just Googled it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, is it? Is
It's
it really? I'm shot.
yeah.
Oh.
That's according to Joe Hastings, the concierge at the Dakota building where Lennon lived. He was shot right outside of the building. Documentary also includes tapes of Lennon's killer, Mark David Chapman, explaining why he did it. He says, "You ever hear Lennon say that all you need is love? Here's what I say to that. All you need is love and $250 million. He was the biggest, phoniest bastard that ever lived. I wasn't about to let the world endure 10 more years of his menagerie of BS."
That's why
That's a lot
he
of
killed
words,
John
man.
Lennon?
Woof.
He killed John Lennon because he thought he was like a phony and he
Yeah.
was too rich and stuff?
He's
a
like,
sellout?
Mm-hmm. Something along those lines. I don't think I might catch that documentary. Please tell me you watched the Mother Love Has Won Mother
No.
God documentary yet.
No, not yet. I haven't seen that
Guys,
yet.
you're going to love it. I could not stop watching. It's 3 episodes, but give yourself, 3 hours essentially.
What's
It's
that
one of on Max. One
Okay.
of the wildest documentaries I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah?
So much footage. I recommend it.
I did watch a lot of Squid Game last night.
It's a good time. Oh, you're
What'd you
on
think?
track now.
It was great. I mean,
Yeah,
just man, how many PTZ cameras do you think they got? Just
I know.
Oh,
everywhere.
Jesus, you nerded out immediately.
Yeah.
They spent so much money doing this. You could tell that there was a big budget put into this.
And I could tell that this guy right here is a big liar.
Joe
Chipotle.
Rule? Oh, Fat Joe.
Fat Joe is right. Joey Crack, a.k.a. Joey Crack the Don, a.k.a. Don
AKA the #1 insurance salesman or whatever he was.
Cook Cove Crack. Built a career on the image of his flow, and he's a tough guy, but he is now telling everybody after the 50th anniversary of hip-hop that it's just art, and Joey Crack is a liar. 53
Okay.
years old now, Fat Joe.
Is he?
Yep, he sat down with Gayle King and Charles Barkley on the premiere episode of their new show, King Charles, to discuss the case against Young Thug, in which his lyrics are being used as evidence against him. He says he's been rapping professionally for 30 years, and I've lied in almost 95% of my songs.
Nice.
He says, I'm being honest. I write like I feel that day. I'm just being creative. You couldn't build a jail high enough for the lyrics I've said on songs, which are all untrue. He just calls himself a pretty normal guy. Whatever, he just likes to hang out.
He has confessed to so much stuff in his songs that he's just trying to get, put some distance between him and that.
Yeah.
Smart move.
All a lie. It's weird that they're gonna. Is it Young Thug that's his own lyrics are being used against him, or they're using Fat Joe lyrics?
No, it's Young Thug's lyrics in the case against him, and they've done this in a couple other cases too. They tried to do it to YNW Melly, and at face value, you're like, these are just songs. Why are you taking the lyrics from songs? But if the song, let's say YNW Melly is accused of killing these two guys, and there's a song where he's like naming them and saying,
Right.
yes, I killed those two.
And I walked to their house, which was this location.
I wore a disguise when I killed the two guys.
Then in that case, I'd go, yeah, use the lyrics. That's something.
I got
But
some blood in my eyes when I killed those two guys.
It would have to be. It would have to be absolutely like he's giving a flat out confession in the song. Otherwise, don't just go like I shot somebody and take that and maybe it means these guys.
Who'd you shoot, Sean?
No, I didn't shoot
Grab
anybody.
that audio
yet.
ceiling.
No,
It'll
I
be
haven't
used
shot
in
anybody
court.
yet.
And never give up.
Yeah.
At 60. What?
Yet he still wants to shoot somebody.
Yeah, I haven't shot anybody
You
yet.
want to shoot somebody, Sean?
It'd be kind of fun.
Except the aftermath, right afterwards, where they're like, in real pain, or perhaps you hit an artery, then it gets awkward.
Don't think about it like I'm shooting a good person, because I'm not going to shoot a good person. I would never do that.
You want to be a
But
hero.
if I got the chance to shoot a bad person, that would be cool.
Of course. This has nothing to do with shooting anybody, but it's for the first time in 65 years, this song hit #1 on the charts.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
That is correct. Did we talk about this already?
No, but I just saw this headline.
I'm just surprised it's like out of nowhere beating the Mariah Carey song.
Is there a reason that this one's all of a sudden like popping up?
No.
Did it get featured in like a viral TikTok where people are doing a rock around the Christmas tree dance?
No, they're just giving me stupid facts about the song prior to that.
Yeah,
so I'm
Brenda Lee.
78 years old, the oldest artist to top the Hot 100, replacing Louis Armstrong, who was 62 when Hello Dolly hit number 1 in 1964. So congratulations, Brenda. You did it, gal.
All right.
On the Boob Tube, we have the 32nd season finale of Dancing with the Stars. Name That Tune on Fox. NCIS Sydney on CBS. And you can catch Julia effing Roberts, Sean.
All right.
It's going to be on Fallon. Follow your dreams. Send me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Most mildest of takes. The best Christmas song is not Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, nor is it Mariah Carey. It is Run, Rudolph, Run.
Do they know? Oh,
no, dude.
That is the best Christmas song.
That's
Chuck Berry.
Damn good Christmas
Run,
song.
Rudolph, Run.
I can get behind that.
I am
like
not
that.
behind it whatsoever. I would go
What's
with,
number one for you?
for me, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, it's a classic. That's one of the ones you learn when
And the
you're
one
real
Lil Jon
young.
did with Kool-Aid Man.
That was a good one. I like that. All right, when we come back, we'll get into some more of your dispatches. Plus, there's a debate coming up for the Republicans for one thing. But we got to talk about another annoying kid in the news. Yes. We specialize in that around here. Who's the latest annoying kid? What did he do? Are we going to like him? We'll find that all out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
All the cool kids are doing it, and you want to be like the cool kids, don't you? Well, don't you? The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on Boggy Creek Road, southbound at Lake Nona Boulevard. There's delays due to an accident northbound on the Greenway at Florida's Turnpike. Traffic is backed up to Orange Blossom Trail. And on the express lanes of I-4, expect delays due to an accident westbound at John Young Parkway. The left lane is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Uni, a product of ePass.
Sometimes during the holidays, it's hard to contain my excitement. Like right now, I'm supposed to tell you to sign up for ePass and get a free toll sticker at GetEPass.com, and you're entered to win $100 in tolls. Details and contest rules at GetEPass.com. And good luck!
You earned it. Get it early. With a Fairwinds checking account, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days in advance. No more waiting for payday. And we make it easy for you to send and receive money from friends and family. Open a checking account today at Fairwinds Credit Union and reach your financial goals. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
Our Fence Outlet salesperson was a wealth of information. Things that weren't addressed by other companies were addressed by Fence Outlet. We're so pleased with our new Fence Outlet fence.
Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C10252 and C10803.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
The wonders of the sea meet the joy of the holidays at SeaWorld's Christmas celebration. From underwater discoveries to enchanting shows on ice and Sesame Street land to a winter wonderland filled with magic and millions of sparkling lights. It's a holiday celebration like no other. Only at SeaWorld Orlando. Select dates now through January 2nd. Save up to 40% on tickets and annual passes during our holiday sale. Hurry, offer ends December 24th. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Now 60 seconds on scams and frauds. From the Federal Trade Commission, this is Terry Miller, a consumer ed specialist. Terry, talk about these impersonating scammers.
Now that the health emergency is over, states are checking to see if people on their Medicaid rolls still qualify for the program. They'll get in touch if they need more information, but scammers know that, and they might be the ones getting in touch, pretending to be from Medicaid. There's some good ways to tell the difference between what's real and what's a scam, though. Medicaid will never charge you to renew or enroll, and they won't ask for your credit card, bank account, or social security number. Also, don't click on links in unexpected texts or email messages. If you think a text might be legit, contact the agency using a phone number or a website you know is real, and go to Medicaid.gov to find the link to your state's Medicaid agency. Also, if you're worried about Medicaid status, check out Medicaid.gov/renewals to find out more.
That's Medicaid.gov/renewals.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Ready to change your phone service? You got to check out Boost Infinite Wireless at boostinfinite.com. You get their low price service and a brand new iPhone every year. And most importantly, listen to this. You get the benefit of Boost Infinite's new technology that selects between its own network and the other two major networks, so you get the best quality calls and data anywhere you are. No one else can do that except Boost. So head to boostinfinite.com today. That's boostinfinite.com. You owe it to yourself to learn what the folks at Boost have to offer. Again, that's boostinfinite.com or call 855-55-BOOST. Boost Infinite Wireless is the only carrier built for the next 50 years, not the last 50. So one more time, right now, go check out boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Why settle for one network when you can have three? See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Need your carpets and tile looking great without sticky, soapy, chemical residue left behind? Zero Res will clean your carpets the right way for only $49 per room, and will give you 25% off tile and grout cleaning. Google OrlandoZeroRes.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
If you're into sports, you have to check out Primrose Lanes for game days. Amazing food, great drinks, and even better viewing options. Eat, drink, and watch in style. Visit us at primroselanes.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
begging you not to do this thing that pops up in this next story.
All right. And
it happens so often. I've run into this probably at least a dozen times in my life.
Crying when masturbating?
Not that.
Okay.
We can talk about that later.
More than a dozen, I think, right?
This is something different entirely. What happens is people have a child, and then all of a sudden they're like, you have no idea. He's so smart, or she's so smart. Like, it's just, I need to get them over. They need to get tested. He's just like so far ahead of everybody else that's his age.
Yeah, go prove it. Prove it.
He's a little genius. And you go, well, what does he do? And they're like, he knows words and he can say stuff in Spanish even. And you go, hey, pump the brakes. What if he peaked right here? What if this is the height of this little kid's intellect right now at 3 years old? Are you going to be amazed when he's 14 and he can spell cat out loud, or are you going to back off of it then? We need to wait and see how much development goes on here, because this little girl, she's a kid. Her name's Isla McNabb. She's back in the news.
You had me on McNabb. That's a rich, rich family.
Probably. I don't know if they are, but I wouldn't be surprised given some of what I'm seeing here. They said that this 2-year-old who was in the news last year for becoming the youngest member of Mensa, which is the High IQ Society.
I mean, Sean, all of what you just said, kind of out the window if she passed the Mensa test.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Also, it sounds like an STD.
The Mensa test is something that they just kind of make up when it comes to younger people. So if you and I we're going to take the IQ test, because there is no Mensa test, it's the IQ test. If you and I were going to take an IQ test, Sabrina, we would take the same or a very similar test. It might be a different question, but it'd be almost the same exact test that we would take to determine our level of intelligence and potential, right? We would take the same test.
What kind of questions are on that? Is it math, science, or is it like
not really
history?
No, it's more so like watch as this shape is formulated. What is the next stage in the formulation of this shape, if that makes sense?
Okay.
So like let's say it had
here's a series of numbers. What's likely the next number?
Yeah. Or here's a Rubik's Cube. And in the second picture, it shifts this direction. In the third picture, it shifts this direction. What direction is going to shift in the fourth picture? So those kind of questions are some of the questions you'll find on an IQ test. And if you're super brilliant like me, they come very easy to you. And you just put up big fat numbers. But a 2 or a 3-year-old obviously can't take an IQ test that an adult would take, right? So what do? They just have like a child psychologist talk to the kid, and the psychologist is like, whoa, I'm giving him this score. This is what you get. 1 billion is your IQ score. You're Mega Mensa right now. And now they said, they've got all these lines like this in the story. Now 3 years old, Isla continues to surprise her parents, they told Guinness, as she often says words she learned by reading or shows them the alphabet in American Sign Language, though they don't know where she learned it. So she's picking up sign language on her own. Rocket ASL. And she's got this level of knowledge. I think this is her at work here.
Wow, that's red hair.
She's reading off flashcards. 7. What's it say? 7? All right, she got it. Is this socks? Is this one? I said it way faster than her. Socks.
How old is she?
She's 2 here, but she's 3 now.
That's very impressive, John. Come on.
And you wonder, at this age, this is one thing these parents do when they're like, my brilliant little kid. Did your kid actually learn to read? Or did your kid memorize something? Those are two very
Shuffle those flashcards, lady.
But to memorize something at 2 years old is also very impressive. Trust me, I'm the first person to not care about these little kids making the news, but this seems to be out of the norm for a 2-year-old.
I'm telling you, I have seen this with a bunch of people and their kid, where they go, he knows Spanish. He knows all of these words when he's 2 years old. And when the kids grow up, they're just as normal as everybody else. They're normal.
If you show some radio DJ talking crap about them.
Oh, I'm not going to have an impact on this. But if you show me a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, maybe an 11-year-old, and that person takes the same IQ test that you or I does, and that person then scores high enough of an IQ that they're in Mensa, that's impressive. That's it. They've taken the actual same test and have proven a level of intelligence higher in many cases than adults. And they have so much more potential and growth from there. When you're a little kid, you're memorizing. Even if you're figuring out how to read, this doesn't mean that you're going to Einstein it up when you become a teenager or older than that. This could be peak for this little bastard. Isla McNabb. She's the youngest female member of Mensa, the world's oldest and largest high IQ society.
Celine, you got time.
Yeah, to get my kid into Mensa?
Yeah, to be the youngest.
How old is she?
2.
She's
three
now, but she was 2 when she got into Mensa.
Yeah.
That's where she was then.
Well, we'll see. Maybe.
Tanya says on YouTube, my oldest tested gifted when he was 9, getting ready for 4th grade. The entire class was gifted-only students. He scored 5th grade level in kindergarten on the standardization test at his private school. At 9, you can much better gauge if your kid is smart or not. Okay? You cannot gauge at 2 or 3 years old how smart your kid is going to be. You could say your kid is smart for a 2-year-old. You could say your kid is smart for a 3-year-old, but you cannot say that your kid is, in fact, going to be a smart person when they grow up. You don't know where any of this is going to go.
Couldn't a panel for Mensa determine that?
No, this wasn't they had a child psychology expert sit down with the kid, and the child psychology expert, I'm sure, I'll give into their expertise. I'm sure that they think this child is developing faster intellectually than many other kids who are 2 or 3 years old. They're probably totally right about that. I'm just saying it doesn't mean they're going to be a genius moving forward.
I actually discourage when people say stuff like that about my son. They're like, oh, he's so good. He's so quiet. I go, don't say that, because later on when he's screaming and you are trying to get seconds at Thanksgiving, I guess who's not getting seconds?
Right. Yeah. Is he getting used to things being louder around the house? Or are you guys being like super quiet around Jackson?
No, we haven't been super quiet around him at all. That's the whole point.
Yeah, it's a good move.
I just came up with an invention.
What's that?
Okay, so baby's wailing all night long, and I imagine that you guys are doing everything that you can, but it's not going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get like some sort of, it's a megaphone, but it changes the wails into something that's easier for adult ears, like auto-tune, but it's nicer.
So you put like a little Bane mask on the baby?
Yeah. Or just like maybe it's just a full bubble that you put them in. And as they cry, it comes out as, Beethoven or something.
Well, why don't we just make it come out as nothing?
Because I feel like you need to hear if something's wrong with the baby.
It's still in there wailing its lungs out.
Yeah.
If the Beethoven gets louder, then
I'm
you're
no mom,
starting to
but
get
I'm
worried.
pretty sure you need to hear if the baby's crying.
Yeah, poke some holes in it or something.
It's like nice Beethoven, and then when the real problem comes, like,
yeah.
Go save the baby.
I'm on to something, I'm telling you.
There's nothing more frustrating, and I do remember this. There's nothing more frustrating than when you have a baby that you can't communicate with, and the kid is wailing and crying and won't stop wailing and crying, and you're trying all of the tricks in your arsenal.
That was us last night.
Yeah, and you just go, you just throw your hands up in the air, and you're like, all right, I guess we're just going to have to
shake
get
the baby
through this. It's time to shake the baby. We haven't tried that yet.
At one point, I came out of the nursery, and he had different clothes on, and Ashley said, did he pee himself? Did he pee on his clothes? I go, no, I'm just trying anything. Maybe he didn't like that shirt, maybe it was itchy.
You know what? It's a good idea. You got to. It could be anything that is bothering him.
Miss Rachel, man.
That might do it too. There is a Republican debate going down tomorrow night, and honestly, these are starting to sound like yawners to me. Here's what we're down to, just so everybody knows. This one's going to be on News Nation, which is a channel that most people don't watch because they try to go like fair and down the middle, and everybody wants to be spoon-fed whatever ideology they believe.
They're advertisers.
Who? News Nation? I don't care if they're advertisers. That's fine.
I don't even know if I have News Nation.
The people who are on the actual stage for the debate, it's down to this. You got Ron DeSantis, and we just heard a debate between Ron DeSantis and the governor of California, which was at least interesting to hear those two go at it, though Gavin Newsom is not running for president. Nikki Haley will be on stage. Vivek Ramaswamy will be on stage, and Chris Christie. And that's it.
Chris is still in it, huh?
Yeah, he's still in it. You got those 4 that are going to be on the stage for this last debate of 2023. Trump, of course, not taking part in this. He thinks he's above it. That's where a lot of the excitement comes from when Trump's at one of these debates. Now is probably the time for Ron DeSantis to really hone his message in when there's less distractions. but that sounds like a pretty boring lineup to me. That's what we got. Where you got Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, Chris Christie, or Biden. Take your pick. That's what it's come down to.
The way
or
that
Trump.
they're promoting it's like it's the last one of the year. And I'm like, yeah, we got a whole bunch next year.
Yeah.
Let's take a damn break.
You're right. They are kind of positioning it as if it's the last one ever, because maybe that would make more people tune in. It is not the last one ever. It's just the last one for 2023, and they're trying to get some juice out of that. All right, let's see what we got going on here, and we'll check in with some of our dispatchers, including hopefully you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and introduce yourself now. Here's Dave O with what it says is a vacation solution. Don't know what that means, but here goes nothing.
Hey, News Junkies.
Hey.
On Monday, Sean was commenting that he doesn't get enough vacation time. Well, there's an obvious solution. All you have to do is you and Courtney have a child, and around August, September, you can have another couple of weeks. See ya.
No,
Sorry, did you think that I was vacationing, sir?
Did you hear what happened last night, sir? Did that sound like a vacation to you?
Just have a baby. It's so easy.
That's what I did. Weirdly enough, the wife is the only one that has to have the baby. I was just beachside with pina coladas.
Yeah, all you have to do is take care of this thing for the rest of your life. No big deal at all. Easy peasy. Here's La Hincha. This says, please help. All right, we'll help them. We're willing to help people, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Willing to help people?
Okay.
All right, here it is.
Guys, real quick, please. Just real quick. What are the lyrics to the Mortgage Guy jingle?
Oh, don't tell her. Don't tell her.
I keep hearing, don't miss the broken paper. That mortgage guy.
That's it. You got it. You got it. That's it. Don't miss the broken paper.
Real quick, what is it? It's driving me insane.
That mortgage guy, Don.
Oh, gosh.
Bye-bye.
Now I want her to figure out on her own.
I'm going to play it one more time.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully she's listening.
I want to listen for broken paper.
Yeah,
now.
hold on. Yeah, let's all listen to it, thinking that in our head. Don't miss the broken paper is what La Hincha thought it was. Go ahead.
Don't miss the broken paper.
When you really train yourself to hear what you want to hear, I heard it.
Yeah, you just force it in there. It's like that audio clip, which was like, I forgot, it was like
Laurel
10 different
Yanni.
things. Yeah, that was one of them. See, there was a couple of those like that, where you could trick yourself into hearing different things. Let's go over to...
You're not going to tell her? She's going to drive her nuts for the rest of her life?
It's don't miss the boat, compare your quote. That mortgage guy, Don. That's what it is. Now you'll know it. Here's Twink Lettitz with the dispatch.
Hello, junkies.
Hey.
About John Lennon's last words, I'm shot. It reminds me of a skit they did on Saturday Night Live back in the Eddie Murphy days where he was Buckwheat, and Buckwheat got assassinated, and it had footage of it. And the last thing he says is, I'm shot. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty funny. All right. Thanks for letting me share.
Right.
Twink Lettitz.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Eddie Murphy's in that new Christmas movie.
Oh, I want to watch it.
I was talking to Angel about this. It's got the corniest name. I forgot what it's called.
Candy Cane Lane?
That's it. Yeah, Candy Cane Lane. And Courtney goes, do you want to watch Candy Cane Lane? And I go, I don't think I do.
Yep.
And we sat down, and there's Eddie Murphy. I love Eddie Murphy. There's fewer things funnier than Eddie Murphy as Gumby on SNL. That murders me when he does that bit. And he's just super funny. Like, he's got a long catalog of his career. But Candy Cane Lane sounded super cheesy to me. And I said, I haven't heard of this. Did they put any budget into this? Oh, boy, did they put budget into it. It was good. It was like... It's a family Christmas movie, so you have to keep that in mind the whole time. It's like it's not trying to win any Emmys or Oscars or whatever it's supposed to win. It's not winning any awards. It's just going to be a fun, enjoyable family Christmas movie that's going to make you laugh, and it does a good job at that. I thought it was pretty good. One more. Here's Robert Smith, maybe of The Cure, talking about Colin Powell.
You know, C-Lane, fair question. Colin Powell, Jerome Powell. I'm not sure if they're related, but I have seen them both.
They're definitely not.
They're related. It's going to be very distant.
Yes.
On account of the skin color.
Well,
yeah.
you know, I hadn't been looking at a picture of Jerome Powell when I asked that question, and then I pulled up his Wikipedia page and went, nope, he's not.
Unbelievable. You saw the name Jerome and you just assumed? Is that what you did there?
I saw the name Powell and I just assumed. Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm just investigating. I'm not necessarily putting in any
Don't
words.
miss the broken paper.
Tater Hog has a message that says, beautiful Sabrina. All right. I don't know where he's going.
What up, junkies? How's everybody doing today? Hey, I got a question for you, Sabrina, or more like a statement. I hereby, Tater Hog, vote myself to be at your mercy for Fritz on the Street tomorrow. Thank you.
Getting in early. Trying to get in early.
If I remember. I mean,
We
he's
always
on a
forget.
list, but I'll throw away the list by accident.
The problem is these are so early. Tomorrow we wake up and we forget that we even do Fritz on the Street. And it's like, oh, yeah, Fritz on the Street. And then Tater Hog's not going to be in any recent memory bank. It's not going to happen.
By the way, it's just, I mean, never mind. I'll have to tell you during the, it's just, there's no way that we could win.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean?
There's no way.
Oh, Fritz on the
based
Street?
on the score,
Yeah.
unless he does some sort of like, this is, these are more points than were ever available. But if he goes by his rules, there's no way we can win. So I think you and I should have some fun with it.
Yeah,
Sean?
I agree. I think that we maybe we could convince C-Lane to do something like you're saying, like we get double or triple points.
Let us get closer to it,
Yeah, so we can like have a more competitive finale.
Maybe
Is
sleep
that-
on it, Celine. What do you think?
that strike your fancy, C-Lane, or
Yeah,
no?
no, I'll think about it. Cool. I need some stuff to laugh at tonight. So
Also, it is cold in my studio.
Oh, great.
It's
Cool.
like
I love
really-
that for you. It's still so hot here.
It's frosty in mine.
I mean, and it's like, it's steamy. It's like, it's
Uh-huh.
humid kind of heat in here.
I walked into her studio over the break, and it's thick.
My favorite part is that not one person has come in here. Like, I have not seen any sort of
nobody seems worried.
AC repair person.
I don't think this is something that gets repaired in the room. I think.
Well, it's why I'm the only room that doesn't have AC.
Maybe it does though, because C-Lane said during the break, he's like, I'm shivering in here.
Okay, shut up, Sean.
Did you or
Shut
did you
up.
not?
I did say that.
Yeah, he did. He said I'm shivering in here. So we theorized maybe there's like some vent that was supposed to give cold air to both of your rooms, and it's like sending it just to C-Lane's room or something.
I only see one vent in here.
Normally he's not as cold as this, and
You're going to feel it tomorrow when I do the show from my home, Celine. Then
my
you have to
God.
be here.
We got to get somebody on that, for God's sake. That's not a fair work environment over there.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got jury duty on the way. We've also got a woman on a 100-foot bridge, and you'll never guess what happened next. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
The left lane is blocked due to an accident on the Greenway northbound at Florida's Turnpike. Traffic is backed up to Orange Blossom Trail. Delays due to an accident on Boggy Creek Road southbound at Lake Nona Boulevard. Traveling eastbound and westbound on I-4, expect delays through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Boost Infinite.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology gives you 3 networks for the price of 1 and better service at a lower price. Switch today. Visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com.
Huge end of the year savings going on all month long down at Nations Trucks. And if you're in the market for your next Ram truck, Nations Trucks currently has 35 Rams in stock starting at just $22,995, ready for you. Everything from Hemi-powered half-tons, Cummins diesel 2500s, and 1-ton Ram flatbeds. Nations Trucks has got them all. And with approved credit, you won't make any payments for 3 months. Start driving the Ram truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com or just go on down and see them in Sanford on 1792, 1 mile south of Lake Murray Boulevard, and let them know C-Lane from the News Junkies sent you.
Unleash your creativity with the brand new Hype app. That's HYPH. Hype empowers you to create music effortlessly. Sharing your songs with friends on social media. Create your song with a few swipes. You'll never believe how easy and fun it is to make music. Listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com or go to Instagram at XL1067.
Wednesday, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest-growing cable news network. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America, the News Nation Republican Primary Debate. Live Wednesday, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
I will take stressful situations for $500. This is one of the most stressful things you do. That is selling a quality pre-owned vehicle. That is correct. AutoBuy pays the max for quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, even boats and motorcycles. Go to WePayTheMax.com.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Rebath. You know, any company that has great products and great services does not need high pressure sales pitches. And Rebath does that. No high pressure sales tactics. You will never be in a must buy right now situation with Rebath. And there's no pricing games either, like other companies that start super high, then drop the price in half immediately if you buy today. It doesn't work like that with Rebath of Orlando. Still the only company that does full, complete bathroom remodeling, top to bottom, and they do it right the first time. Always stay in tune with their website for brand new designs. That's rebathmidfla.com. In all my years of endorsing this company, I've never had a complaint. And there's a reason the big box stores choose Rebath for their bathroom remodeling business. This is a national brand that stands behind what they say and what they do. Rebath of Mid-Florida's reputation is so good, there are companies mimicking what they do and claiming to be with them. That's not true. Do your research and ask questions. Don't be fooled by imposters. Get with Rebath of Mid-Florida. Showroom 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Hop online and check out the before and afters at rebathmidfla.com.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at IneedARootCanal.com. That's IneedARootCanal.com.
The holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage provides fast relief from sinus congestion in 30 seconds flat. Navage doesn't just relieve symptoms, it attacks the cause by sucking out the germs, allergens, and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Navage does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold and congestion problems this holiday season. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
At EasyCater, we know ordering food for work can get complicated pretty fast.
We're going to need breakfast for the entire office on Thursday.
Janet wants really nice bagels.
Make sure some are gluten-free.
Make sure they have great coffee.
Can there also be waffles?
Janet has a hard stop at 9:30.
$15 a person
I'm
max.
I'm going to need itemized receipts for this.
Is
the budget for breakfast different than the budget? We're just going to grab and go. Fine. Company breakfast? Just use EasyCater. Food for work delivered on time as ordered with a huge variety. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
The
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the news.
Coming out of the woodwork, and this is probably the lamest thread I've ever seen over on Twitter/X. I'm in the middle now. I call it X sometimes. But this is the lamest thread I think I've ever seen in my life. And some guy said, a list of games I have not played. And it's Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's on his list. So Elon Musk responds, and he said, I tried, but didn't like doing crime. GTA 5 required shooting police officers in the opening scene.
Oh, he did not.
Just couldn't do it. And then some guy, Ian Miles Chong says, I'm glad shooting cops in Cyberpunk 2077 is completely optional. I never finished GTA 5 either. They're against shooting cops in GTA and Grand Theft Auto as this new trailer is leaked. But like, how would you be fine with shooting everybody else in the game but not cops? What a weird take that is. Like,
don't the cops end up being bad guys too?
Cops, yeah, sure. In real life, they even end up being bad guys sometimes. But when you look at this, you go, so you're perfectly fine putting this aside and understanding it's a game when you're shooting every other character in it. When you're like shooting prostitutes and stuff, you're like, cool. I can put reality aside. This is a video game. But when it's a cop, you're like, no, it's too much. It's a bridge too far, man. I can't do that because shooting even a video game cop is too far. That is stupid. That is, you got like oblong brain, man. I don't know what's going on. If you could look at a video game and go, whoa, 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 whoa. Can't shoot the digital cops. What are you talking about? That is wrong.
Digital Blue Lives Matter.
Now, give me my gun so I can go annihilate an entire family over here and then steal a car and drive around and get a prostitute.
That's why you always go zombies, man.
Yeah.
All zombies are bad.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
What if it's a zombie cop?
You shoot it twice. Either it's a video game.
Actually, you would have to destroy the head. I mean, have you ever played a zombie game, John?
You have to double tap. Either it's a video game and none of this is real and it doesn't matter, or killing people in video games is wrong. There's no world where anybody with a brain and any kind of intellect, even that 2-year-old could figure this out, where you would go, yes, it's okay for you to kill men and women that you see in the game, no matter how close their likeness is to a real person. But shooting the cops in the video game, oh my God. That's just too far. How could nerds? A bunch of absolute nerds. That's your take.
I was playing video games with a friend of mine. Like this was long time ago, and he was in ROTC, and he was like, when he graduated high school, he was going into the Marine Corps. Like that was what he was dead set on doing. Yeah, you know, he wanted to be a Marine, and we're playing this like war video game, and it's one where like you can like lock onto a target and start firing at that your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
It let you target the American flag. He's like, "Don't do it, man."
Oh God!
You're gonna get mad about that.
He got super mad at me when I shot the American flag with a rocket launcher.
I don't understand this. There's so many people that are so weak and thin-skinned. They usually point their finger at everybody else. Right? Like, I bet Elon Musk is always ranting about, like, the woke stuff, right? So people being upset with microaggressions and you need a safe space and all this stuff. But then you go, well, you're shooting cops in GTA. And he's like, whoa.
Yeah. I mean, my new truck is bulletproof, and I have an entire display of the truck riddled with bullets. But let's not involve that as far as my ex platform.
Your new truck is tailor-made for Grand Theft Auto. You should be okay with
it's
this.
too ugly to be in the game.
My God, man, I do not get it. Everybody needs to get a little bit. I'm not asking for much. Little bit thicker skin, little bit bigger brain, not so smooth brain, and just the ability to process things better. Because if you can't see that that's stupid, then I don't even know if I can help you, honestly. I want to get to this because we teased it. So here goes nothing. This is pretty amazing. These are cops that I'm not going to shoot at. And they were on a Connecticut bridge where a woman was on the outside of this bridge and was about to jump off. They got some calls about her, and the cops showed up to the scene after several of these 911 calls. She was about 100 feet above the Connecticut River when the body cam started rolling.
Sergeant Ashley is right behind you, okay? She's going to help you. All right? Do not grab onto her or anything. She's going to help you. I know. All right, so she's going to try to help you stand up.
So she's in a very precarious spot on the other side of this grate that is like a wall on each side of the bridge. And the cop is over there risking her own life to help this woman out and get her back to safety.
Are you going to be able to help her climb back over to me? Yes. Are you able to climb or are you tired? I want you to lift this leg and get on mine.
So this woman, this is pretty phenomenal. Okay, the police officer is behind her. I don't know if you guys can see what's going on here, but this woman has locked one arm on one side of this woman, the woman who's going to jump off the bridge, and she's secured her. So she's made it so the person can't jump any longer. And now she's going to try to get her up and over the fence so she could get her fully into a safe place. It was a pretty good strategy, honestly.
Yep. There's a little spot right there, too, for her to climb. Come on over to me.
They got her climbing up now.
One more.
They're making it so she can't jump over or jump off.
We got one more. Just come right
Windy as hell up there, too.
Just do me a favor. You got to come on. I've got you. Got your legs. Yep.
And then they bring her down.
Wow.
And she's okay. And that female officer, I don't even know if she had anything securing her. She just went over the fence.
What a nightmare.
That is ballsy. That is absolutely ballsy to be able to do that and just have the wherewithal to do that, have the bravery to do that. They saved this woman's life, though. She was going to jump off Baldwin Bridge, and they said that before this has led to fatalities. Okay, I'm glad it didn't in this case.
Yeah, same.
Let's work in maybe a dispatch or two before we get all set up for jury duty. We'd love to hear from you, obviously. And Chris the mailman says it's joke time.
I have a feeling. Never mind. You know, let him do it. Yeah, for sure.
Let's have faith. It's going to be good.
News Junkie. What's up, gang?
Hey.
So, do you guys know what a lesbian dinosaur was called?
Nope, don't put, no.
I mean, this is a fun game.
Yeah, no, it's
Vagisaurus.
No, I know what it's
lick a lot up.
Yeah. My dad told me that when I was a little kid.
That's
I think
a weird joke for your dad to tell you.
My dad was a weird guy. He would toss some stuff out there.
It's a bit of a red.
Is your dad one of those like, hey, here's to all the virgins and lesbians out there. Thanks for nothing.
Look, my dad was born in a different time, you know? And,
I mean, my dad has also said very inappropriate things. It's just boomers, man.
The target of most of my dad's jokes like that, I've mentioned this before, but I don't know why. I think it's just a result. No, he didn't care about lesbians. Not in a bad way.
Okay.
You weren't the target there. He went after Polish people because I think around the time my dad was young, Polish jokes, or Polak jokes, as they would tell them at the time, to make them even more offensive, were just the rage. And for some reason, my dad had just an absolute library of them ready to go. And I don't know why. Maybe something about growing up in Boston. You encounter more Polish people, or I couldn't tell you. But there was a lot of those jokes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Most of the nature of a Polish joke, the theme is they're dumb, right?
Yeah, that's most of them.
So I mean, you could just, if you wanted to PC it up, convert them into blonde jokes.
Is that really PC these days?
It would be the newfangled version of a blonde joke. Nobody cares about the blondes. They're not a protected species at the moment. Nobody's really rushing to their defense, unfortunately for them. Maybe soon, though. I don't know. Who knows what this will spread? Girlfriend. Yeah, that's fine. I understand what
She's
I'm doing.
She's a lovely
here.
lady, and I think blonde jokes should be over with, as well as video games with cops.
No, if it's funny, it's okay. If it's a funny blonde joke,
do a funny blonde
joke. All right with it. I haven't heard that many good blonde jokes. They're just like the Polish jokes, where it's just
Matt
about somebody
Rife's
being
new
dumb.
special.
It might be. We might cue one of those up. Seems like right down the alley for him, or right down the middle.
There's a blonde and a brunette in an elevator.
All right.
All right, ready? And
Continue.
a guy just got off, and the brunette said, "Man, did you see his shirt? He had a lot of dandruff. Somebody should give him Head and Shoulders." And the blonde said, "How do you give shoulders?"
Stupid.
Not bad.
I mean, really, though.
Okay, quick break. When we come back, jury duty is on the way. A student is suing his school for $1 million. For what? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
What's more exciting than a brand new iPhone with a dozen cameras? How about Real Radio on your iPhone? Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
This is three-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
Has Brock Purdy taken the lead in the MVP race? People hate giving Brock Purdy credit, but he plays the part and has the numbers to back it up. Fellow contenders like Jalen Hurts, he's been too inconsistent. Dak Prescott hasn't beaten a winning team yet. The MVP is about production, value, and team success. Purdy has the Niners at 9-3 and on the cusp of the #1 seed in the NFC. I'm Colin Cowherd.
What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
Attention! Our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
At EasyCater, we know ordering food for work can get complicated pretty fast.
We're going to need breakfast for the entire office on Thursday.
Janet wants really nice bagels.
Make sure some are gluten-free.
Make sure they have great coffee. Can there also be waffles? Janet has a hard stop at 9:30.
$15 a person
I'm going to
max.
need itemized receipts for this. Is the budget for breakfast different than the budget? We're just going to grab and go. Fine.
Company breakfast? Just use EasyCater. Food for work delivered on time as ordered with a huge variety. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Switch to Verizon and you'll save.
Get in the holiday spirit, Orlando. Verizon has an extra gift for your family this season.
You can save a lot.
Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4 and get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate.
Great deals from Verizon. Great deals from Verizon.
There's never been a better time to switch, but this offer won't last forever, so hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
Mills Air is looking for experienced service techs. Nate certified is a plus, but not required. We have been in business for over 30 years right here in Central Florida. Great pay and benefits. Sign-on bonus depending on experience. Apply at millsair.com.
Ready to change your phone service? You got to check out Boost Infinite Wireless at boostinfinite.com. You get their low-price service and a brand new iPhone every year. And most importantly, listen to this. You get the benefit of Boost Infinite's new technology that selects between its own network and the other two major networks, so you get the best quality calls and data anywhere you are. No one else can do that except Boost. So head to boostinfinite.com today. That's boostinfinite.com. You owe it to yourself to learn what the folks at Boost have to offer. Again, that's boostinfinite.com or call 855-55-BOOST. Boost Infinite Wireless is the only carrier built for the next 50 years, not the last 50. So one more time, right now, go check out boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Why settle for one network when you can have three? See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
Looking to take your next event to the next level? Party Time Rentals in Apopka serves all Central Florida.
From birthdays to weddings, corporate events to family reunions, Party Time Rentals in Apopka has everything you need to make your event unforgettable.
Our wide selection will make your party planning a breeze.
Our friendly staff is ready to help, ensuring your event goes off without a hitch.
Party Time Rentals in Apopka. Visit us today in Apopka or online at partytimeapopka.com.
It's the holidays, which means buyers beware. We're here talking with Colleen Tressler, a consumer education specialist with the FTC's Division of Consumer and Business Education. Colleen, what can you tell us about the buy now, pay later plans?
Many stores and online retailers give you the option to buy now, pay later. You often see this at checkout, both in a store or online. If you choose this option, you'll pay some part of the purchase price to the company that offers the plan. These plans usually offer fewer protections than using your credit card. Even if you pay your BNPL charges with a credit card, the credit card protections to, say, dispute a charge don't extend to the purchase. And if you use your credit card to pay off the plan, you might end up paying interest to your credit card issuer anyway.
A great tip for the holidays. Thank you, Colleen. If you'd like more information, you can easily find it. Just head out to consumer.ftc.gov today.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, you're up next.
My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale now. Get them before they're gone at rockthecountry.com.
Still showing the world every aspect of your life on social media? Yep. Us too. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
Kid Rock commercial is so aggressive, man. The Kid Rock concert commercial.
Tell your boss to shove it.
You're going to kick his ass.
To whom it may concern, Kid Rock told me to tell you to shove it.
All right.
That'll work out well.
Buy the tickets, fine. All right, Jesus. It seems like a hostage negotiation here.
I wonder if, since we're the ones running the ad, we should give it a shot.
Telling
Jack's
our
not here
boss?
yet.
Oh, no. Look, there's enough problems around here. We got enough things.
87 degrees in here.
Yeah, that's one big one. And
I did get an update on that. They initially wanted to put a unit in your room to try to alleviate that, and it would be like something loud.
AC unit, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense for sure.
Rick had to go, no, that you're going to hear that on the air.
Oh, great. Do you have a fan or anything?
No, but we would hear the fan too.
No, I got a little one under my desk that you don't hear. It doesn't pick up.
Yeah, Sean's
ball fan.
It's not down. It's down by the left side of me, way over on the side. I was going to do this story elsewhere, but let's just do this in jury duty because I have a big question for the both of you and everybody, really. So let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
After an accident, what's that?
I got my fan.
Oh, great. Oh, I can barely hear it.
Yeah, I think it's a lot cooler in here, actually. That's great. I love it.
I'll just do my plug here.
That's just speed one.
If you get injured at work, whether it's hot or not, you want to call the guy? Okay, there we go. It's going to help you out and get you the attention you deserve. No, I don't think so. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Okay, this just happened over in Georgia.
Be a real son of a bitch if we did. Like, there's some guy on YouTube that's like, I know that fan noise. That's my fan noise.
I want to tell you this, and you guys tell me what you think. So there's a serious crash investigation underway in Troup County, Georgia. This happened on I-85. It says the Troup County Sheriff's Office said they became involved right before 2:45 p.m. This is like in the middle of the day on this interstate in Georgia. After West Point Police Department officers, there we go, that refresh, that's fantastic. Love these websites these days. Just real good stuff.
Tell that website to shove it.
Super usable. Okay, a serious crash investigated, blah, blah, blah. They became involved right before 2:45 p.m. when officers pursued a vehicle headed northbound on the interstate. The sheriff's office said that the vehicle was traveling around 100 miles per hour and was driving extremely reckless in traffic before deputies joined the pursuit. The sheriff's office said the driver continued to drive in an unsafe manner, and they did a pit maneuver. You guys know what a pit maneuver is, right?
You spin them.
It's when you go up behind a car that's running away from you, and you hit the back of it, forcing them to spin out.
You can do that in GTA.
You can, yes. It forces them to spin out and get in an accident. And they said this was a pit maneuver was done in an attempt to stop the vehicle. The vehicle left the roadway by mile marker 26 and flipped several times. The man driving was ejected from the vehicle, and two women exited when the vehicle came to a rest. They said the driver was rushed. This was the guy who got ejected out of the car. Was rushed to the medical center where he later died. One woman was taken to the hospital as well, and the second passenger was flown to an Atlanta area hospital for treatment. Deputies said, this is a key point, the three suspects were involved in a shoplifting scheme that happened earlier in Columbus, Georgia.
Oh, and that called for a pit maneuver?
Yeah, that's my question here, all right? And let's watch this report before we really dive in. This is very, very short. I just want to see if 11 Alive has anything that we're missing on this story. So here they go.
Breaking news right now. Officials say a serious crash is causing slowdowns on a busy highway.
There's a car flipped off the side of the road. You can see, right, it's in like the tree line about 20, 30 feet off the side of the road. So the crash must have been traveled. Yeah, it moved. It was a pretty significant crash.
This is happening at I-85 in Troup County near mile marker 26. One of the northbound lanes was shut down, and West Point police tell us they were involved in a chase but did not release any other details. However, you could see a car was flipped over on the side by the trees.
All right, so you see this car demolished, destroyed. It's on the roof. It's flipped over many times. We know that the car was going 100 miles an hour and I guess was weaving in and out of traffic and stuff. Should the cops be, two different questions here, ever doing a pit maneuver at 100 miles per hour? And
that's a guaranteed like wreck. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Obviously a pit maneuver is, but like at that rate of speed, like there's
it's a guaranteed potentially fatal wreck.
Right.
And so the two questions are, should a cop ever be doing a pit maneuver at 100 miles an hour? And is a trust me, I want the shoplifting thing stopped. I think we need law and order and all that. I don't think we need to, for a shoplifting case, do a pit maneuver at 100 miles an hour. That seems to me like, in some states, they let the person haul ass and they put a chopper on the case. Right, you put a chopper on the car, or you follow them where they're going, and you catch up with them later.
The nails. What is that?
Spike strips?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put something like that out. Maybe it's made harder by the fact that they're on the interstate. Obi-Wan Kenobi says, well, they were endangering other people going that fast. Yes, but here's what I'm saying. Sometimes if the police back off of the chase and they put a chopper on it, they could still follow them, and they slow down because they're not actively in a police chase any longer. So that takes the heat off of things for at least a little bit and calms things down. This was for shoplifting, and they do a pit maneuver at 100 miles an hour. This guy goes flinging out of the car, and he dies. The other two people critically injured, and they also ended up coming out of the car after it rolled a whole bunch of times.
The argument that that the car is speeding, so it has to be stopped. Like Tommy just said that on YouTube, and then somebody else had just said it. He said that is caused by the chase.
Yeah,
you know, and there's a bunch of states where there's laws in place that say you can't have high-speed chases. You can't chase somebody at 100 miles an hour because it creates a very real danger to the rest of the people on the road.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think what people aren't acknowledging here is that, yes, there's a car going 100 miles per hour, but it's doing it because there's a cop behind it that's also hauling ass and threatening to arrest them. I don't want them to get away. I want them arrested. I want them to face charges for what they did. And they already had the information on these people. You know, they knew who they were. They were going after them. Why not just wait, apprehend them, get them at some point? But doing this is like, I don't think cops should be using pit maneuvers, which could result in death for low-level crimes. I don't think they should. I don't think you should be in a high-speed chase for a low-level crime. Put a chopper on the vehicle. Maybe the cops can follow it for as long as that chopper takes to arrive. Once the helicopter is there, there's no need for all of this. Eric says it has nothing to do with shoplifting at this point. So why are they chasing them? Why are the cops chasing the car? That's the part where it has to do with shoplifting, right? That, once the cops pull up behind the car, then they try to pull him over. Then the 100-mile-an-hour police chase results from that. And from there, you know, you got somebody dead now. I don't think you should ever be doing pit maneuvers at 100 miles an hour. It also puts everybody else on the road in danger. You have no idea how that car is going to react. You have no idea where that car is going to land. You have no idea who else is inside this vehicle.
The cop could have killed himself, too.
Could have killed himself? Could there have been a kid in this vehicle? They don't know.
Yeah. I don't see where it's worth it, especially with the technology that is available now.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't think that's a smart idea. If you've got an argument for it that you think is overpowering what I'm saying here, send it to us. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. I don't think that should be a legal tactic that the officers could do. I think that if you're below 40 miles an hour, we're talking about something radically different. When we are talking about triple-digit speeds, this is something that is going to result potentially in the fatality of the people inside who are maybe criminals, but they may be surrounded by people who aren't, right? So let me know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send me a dispatch. Now, I'll get to, when we come back, the student who sued his high school for $1 million and why that lawsuit went down, and a whole lot more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Do you do words good? Prove it. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on Silver Star Road, westbound at Powers Drive. The right lane is blocked. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Boggy Creek Road, southbound at Lake Nona Boulevard. Expect delays. There's an accident off to the side on the Greenway northbound at Florida's Turnpike. Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by RockTheCountry.com.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale now. Get them before they're gone at rockthecountry.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Some days, my active psoriatic arthritis makes it hard to get in the game. Now, the ball is in my court, thanks to treating my skin and joints with Skyrizi, Risankizumab Rizin, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults.
Nothing is everything.
Skyrizi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
My name's John Clay Wolf. I'm the CEO of GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, and I love to buy cars. We just buy them all. Been doing it for 30 years. Look at the reviews online for Give Me the VIN. You'll be shocked how much our customers love us. This holiday season, we'd love to do business with you at GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, where we love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
If you're into sports, you have to check out Primrose Lanes for game days. Amazing food, great drinks, and even better viewing options. Eat, drink, and watch in style. Visit us at primroselanes.com.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Suddenly, you're stuck with an unexpected car repair expense. And just like that, you don't have enough cash to pay your rent. Now what? Download the Solo Funds app. As part of the Solo community, other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks and no title loans you can never pay back. At Solo Funds, our members come through for one another. We're Solo. Join us at solofunds.com.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is...
Appreciate you. Do go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. You can learn about secret shows there. You can send dispatches there. You can learn about Game of Magnets, the world-famous Game of Magnets. You got to get in on the action. And the podcast, of course, is ready for you over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get to some dispatches. A lot of people talking about that pit maneuver story. I think it's ridiculous. It's insane that there is the ability, in some states at least, for cops to go, we're going 100 miles an hour. This person that we're chasing is responsible for possibly retail theft. So we're going to take them out on the interstate. And that's like the best option we have. It's not like, hey, let's back off here. Let's make sure we got somebody overhead in a helicopter to keep an eye on this vehicle and track it to wherever it's going. And we could dispatch some officers there to kind of turn down the heat a little bit here. No, it's like, let's pit maneuver this thing at 100 miles an hour and see what happens, baby. Here goes nothing. So you got some thoughts on that, and I want to hear those when we go over to the dispatches.
What he stole?
Didn't say. It's a part of a retail theft ring.
Okay.
That's what they were alleged to have done.
What would be the appropriate crime for something like this? Because you said before, what if there was a kid in the car? Like if this was a kidnapping, you would have to take it completely different and make sure that the victim is protected. In this case, not really a thing.
No, it didn't seem like that was on anybody's mind here. And now that I think about it, I don't know that the crime actually matters, because the crime's already been committed, right? If you're chasing after somebody,
an investigation.
Well, they do that afterwards. They got to get the person first, but I don't want you to get the person putting other people at risk. That's the thing that I don't want to happen. I don't think the response to everything is like, shoot them up and pit maneuver them. Like, bad guys over there? All right, here we go. Got them. Woo, yeah. Or police chase going on? Pit maneuver, baby. Here we go. It's like some of these cops are a little too excited to do this. Ooh, a pit maneuver, you say? 100 miles an hour, you say? Here goes nothing. Let's see what happens. Hey, do we know who's in that vehicle? We got a good guess.
We'll figure it out when they're all dead.
Yeah, we'll see who flings out of it. And the guy who did died. So, all right, we're going to see what you think about that with your dispatches in just a moment. But to the story that I teased here real quick, a student is now suing his high school for $1 million after being seriously injured during a promposal that was allegedly coordinated with officials. Now, how did this guy get injured at a promposal is a good question.
And he did first of all, that is so new. We did not have promposals growing up. Or
I don't know that we had them when we started this show, I don't think.
Probably
it was starting to get a little bit.
Not to this extent where you coordinate with officials.
Yeah, and it's involving all kinds of stuff.
Well, also, I think we didn't see him. I think that was maybe part of it, because when we started the show, kids weren't on social media nearly as much as, they were. It wasn't like we didn't start the show in dial-up land. But I think that social media is what made some of these things more popular, because, we got to do, not only do we have to do it, we have to document it. We have to do it because other people are doing it because they're documenting it.
And we're going to put it all over the social media. It's going to go
Facebook,
super viral, mega viral.
Twitter, y'all see this?
Oh, by the way, PF on YouTube, Potato Brain in Chief over there says, no, they were driving, all caps, recklessly. 100 miles per hour, you are going to jail. Putting other drivers on the road at risk of being killed or injured. The cops protected the innocent. Bravo and applause. Why were they going 100 miles an hour? The idea that people can't connect those dots. I mean, it doesn't take much brain power. It's not a lot that I'm asking of you here. This is minimal amounts of brain power that I'm asking for. Why was the car going 100 miles an hour? For funsies? Or because the police officer started chasing after them and there was a police chase going on? This is literally why in many states they don't allow for high-speed police chases. Okay? And you know what? They still catch those folks. They still catch up to them because they get eyes overhead on the vehicle or they follow them other ways and they track them down. They do it afterwards. Does not take a lot of brain power to realize that the reason they're going 100 miles an hour is because the police initiated a chase, and then they saw that the speeds were getting up to 100 miles an hour, and they were like, this is all for retail theft, and yeah, we're okay with that. It's like chasing after somebody, and as they're running, going, why are you running so quickly? You're putting everybody else in danger, right? Well, I mean, it's about the reason why that's happening. If you don't understand that, I'm not sure how more simple I can make it for you. That's like, explain it like I'm 5 light, I think. Anyway, back to the promposal and how this kid got injured and wants $1 million. The incident that unfolded in April at Arizona College Prep High School in Chandler, Arizona. Senior William Vanasap was leaving the campus while driving a motorcycle after classes when he was struck by another student driving a Porsche that was speeding through a red light on purpose. Video of the incident shows the student fly through the air before hitting the ground, this says. His attorney, Abel Spielman, says he was grievously injured and will suffer from his injuries for the rest of his life. They said, according to the lawsuit, the other student purposely ignored traffic laws as part of a prom proposal. He was in the Porsche with the girl he was going to ask to the prom. A school resource officer was waiting with the principal to stop the car after the infraction. So you get what's going on here? Like, they did a fake thing where this guy and his girlfriend were going to blow through a red light. The school resource officer was going to pull him over, and then it was going to turn into the promposal. Oh. But as he's blowing the red light, he plows into somebody who's actually just trying to drive. Man. And you go,
not
what
a lot
the
of
hell?
coordination.
Yeah, what are you guys doing? The officer was supposed to make it appear as if the student was in trouble, then pull out a poster with a prom proposal. Instead, the car hit Vanasap, who suffered a traumatic brain injury. Jesus. They said he could have died by just milliseconds difference in timing. The car was going about 40 miles per hour, and the impact was so great the safety airbags deployed. The adults at the school should have said, no, we're not going to do this. Yeah, I don't know if there's a good argument in front of, hey, they should have done this promposal. I don't know if there's any argument like, this was a great idea.
Did she say yes, at least?
I have no idea.
Killed the guy?
I don't know if afterwards they got through with the proposal still. Woo, buddy. I mean, if you are out there and you're doing a promposal, just maybe not breaking any laws. Maybe that would be a key thing to do. Okay, let's go over to you, and get in a couple of dispatches here on this lovely Share the Show Tuesday.
If she did say yes and they become one of those couples that, like, you know, I married my high school sweetheart, we had kids and, you know, never broken up, never had sex with anybody else. Like, if I were the person who got injured, I would have to unfriend them on Facebook because I would just, like, I would feel away anytime I see their pictures.
If anyone has anything to say, you know, say your piece now. Be like, yeah, paralyzed me, dude.
Yeah, remember that? Remember when you wanted to do that fun promposal? Look at me now. Here are a couple of dispatches, starting out with this one. Here's Synth Solution.
Sean, I'm going to go ahead and correct you. No state has a ban on high-speed chases.
Counties,
Some states, however, do have a ban on high-speed chases involving motorcycles. There, you have now been corrected. Have a good day.
High-speed chase ban state. Let's see if he's right or if he's wrong.
This is the part where Sean says, you're wrong.
Well, I know for a fact that in certain cities, or maybe it's probably done, to be fair, county-wide, I would guess, there are major limits on high-speed chases, right? I don't know if there's any states, but this looks like it might be a state. Hold on, this is Governor Inslee. Let me check out. This was restrictions on police pursuits in Washington. So they did have a block in the state of Washington on doing this to some extent, and they removed some of those restrictions from these folks. So I don't know what states have these, but I know in certain areas, and obviously this is a fact, In certain areas, you cannot pursue in a high-speed police chase. They have laws against that, or rules for the police officers, I guess. Here's I'm a PC talking about the pit maneuver.
Okay, so a couple things. He should have been wearing a seatbelt if he was going at that speed, so that's his fault. But I knew it was probably part of a shoplifting ring the moment you said that they were chasing after him, because probably the amount of stuff that they figured out that they've stolen.
Yeah, I mean, it still seems like, again, I hate retail theft. I hate the idea that people hand wave this. Mostly leftists are like, oh, yeah, it's a real big deal. It's like, obviously, this is a problem. Be realistic about this. That's a problem. Do we need to pit maneuver people at 100 miles an hour? No, I don't think so. I don't think that we do.
So Bus Decker just texted me, and he's a screenshot of basically what the city of Orlando's policy is, their police department. And it makes a whole lot of sense. The decision to initiate a pursuit must be based on the officer's conclusion that the immediate danger to the public created by the pursuit is less than the immediate or potential danger to the public should the suspect remain at large. In this case, the suspect is suspected of retail theft, theft ring.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound very dangerous to the public.
No, I wouldn't think so. I would think that's a pretty high bar to set, actually, that the police chase is going to be less of a danger than what the person is doing or intending on doing or whatever. And obviously this is going to be very case specific. There would be some cases where you'd go, yes, this person they're on the way to their ex's house. They have a gun and they say that they're going to kill their ex. Okay. There's like potential danger to the public there. So everything is going to be situation specific, but nowhere in the world of retail theft rings do I see a reason to chase somebody at 100 miles an hour. I think they should find out who they are. I think they should track them down. I think they should arrest them, but I don't think they should do that part. Here's VW Shane. It says, my hot take on the police.
I think if we got rid of highway pit maneuvers, or high-speed pit maneuvers, I should say, and, maybe really crack down on the abuse of force, sending cops to stand outside of somebody's house for no reason because you did something they didn't like, or, shooting someone before you actually figure out if they were even armed in the first place. If we get rid of all that stuff, they're probably going to start complaining that not enough people are signing up because all the idiots who want to be bravado and do, that sort of thing aren't going to want to be a part of the force, and they're going to market it like it's a bad thing. And to be honest, I think that would be great. Having maybe less police, but the ones who are still around aren't jackasses.
Yeah. I want cops. I want cops. Cops could be great. I just want the good cops. No, thank you. I'll pass on the bad ones. And there definitely are a bunch of them out there. More cops than not are doing good jobs. They're out there doing good things for the community. And we need them. But we don't need them doing stupid stuff. We don't need them putting more people in danger. One more on this. And who should have the last word? Should it be Mad King or Mike the Trucker?
Ooh.
Two M's.
Does it say how long each are?
I have to hit play. I can tell you, though. This one is 26 seconds for Mad King.
Okay.
Mike the Trucker is 47 seconds.
Ooh, I'm going to go with Trucker. We have enough
All right.
time.
Mike the Trucker.
Better be good.
What's going on, news junkies? Mike the Trucker.
All right, stop.
Talking about the car they got.
Enough's enough.
Just play the other one.
Fine. I'm doing it then. Going over to Mad King.
Good afternoon, junkies.
Oh, this sounds
Mad
bad.
King here. So, Sean, I'm going to agree with you on this one on the pit maneuver.
Turn it
I
off.
actually looked up, and on the police website, it says pit maneuvers should not be done at speeds in excess of 35 miles an hour.
How fast did he say? Hold on.
Speeds in excess of 35 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Because the potential for the over-rotation of the car spinning out and losing control.
Right, for this exact reason. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I think that would be a decent limit.
You're going to do a 20-mile-an-hour pit maneuver? It seems like...
Yeah.
That'll take forever.
It's not exciting enough, I guess. Over on Wikipedia, they have released their Wrapped for the year because everybody has to get in on this. And they are talking about the most viewed articles on Wikipedia for 2023. Any clues, or guesses, I should say, rather. I'm the one with the clues. Any guesses as to what was the most viewed Wikipedia article of 2023? I'll give you a hint.
Yeah. What part of the year?
Whole year.
Give it away. Whole year.
Whole year, and it makes sense.
Taylor Swift.
That's a very good guess.
Ukraine.
But no, she was number 12 on the list. Ukraine is not even in the top 20.
Sad.
The
Whole
Indian
year.
folks, Indians have had a big push on this. So a lot of these are related to searches that happen in India since they have so many people. But number 1 and number 2 are stuff that probably we had a bigger influence on.
Elon Musk. Space.
Think about things that were big this year. What was big in 2023?
I don't even remember.
AI, okay. All right.
Is that right? Is he in the
No,
right
it's
direction?
not the AI page on Wikipedia.
Oh, it's ChatGPT.
That's right. It was ChatGPT's Wikipedia page. Probably because a lot of people hear people talking about ChatGPT and they say, "What's this?" and they look it up. 49 million page views on that. Number 2 seems like one Sabrina would have up from time to time.
Beyonce.
Deaths in 2023. That one has 4.26 million views. Then a bunch of them are related to people in India. So like the 2023 Cricket World Cup, that's India or Pakistan right there. That's where cricket is really big. Indian Premier League. Oppenheimer with way more activity on the Oppenheimer page than Barbie. But I guess that's probably because Oppenheimer, is based on a true story, and they want to like argue about the historical facts of the story, and there'd be more activity on that. A bunch of these were things I hadn't seen. Number 11, even before Taylor Swift. How about this? Number 11, before Taylor Swift, before Barbie, before Cristiano Ronaldo, before Lionel Messi, before the Premier League and Matthew Perry, The Last of Us. Actually. With 19.7 million page views. Isn't that wild? The Last of Us more popular than all those other things? That's pretty impressive, actually.
Oh my God, I cannot wait until January. They're coming out with a complete remaster of part 2.
Of the game?
Oh, yeah. I was like, Jeff, you're coming over. We're not going to sleep for 3 days until the game is complete.
Why aren't they working on like a third one?
They
Or
are.
do they have to? They are working on a third one too.
But they remaster this one with also like extras to it and different levels. And it's too hot to nerd out right now.
How closely are they associated with the show? Do you think like they would update the game to have references to the show, or would you think that would your gut tell you that they would always keep the Last of Us video game kind of on its own?
I don't know. So this next season that's coming out will be based on part 2. So the part 2 storyline is already there.
Yeah.
But if they wrap up part 2 within the second season of the actual show, then the new game and the new season could line up with each other.
Yeah. You know
it's
the reason
it's
I
the
asked
same
that?
director and creator and all that. So
Yeah, the reason I asked that was because when I went to Halloween Horror Nights, it was The Last of Us. They had a Last of Us house, but it was video game. It wasn't as much related to the television show.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you know?
Because they had the graphics up there, and it was based on the video game version of The Last of Us as opposed to the television version.
You didn't see a lot of clickers and bloaters during the actual show. It was more the backstory and trying to, character development and all that. But for it to be a Halloween Horror Nights, you need all the scary stuff.
Yeah, and the weird thing there is the video game creators obviously have the rights to The Last of Us. So Universal wants to do a haunted house. They have to go to the people who have the rights, not the people who did the TV show. So then you can't even really do it off that version unless you get double permission or something. Okay, when we come back, we got more of you to get to, plus another great white on the loose, getting wild out there. What happened this time? Wait till you hear this. Plus, 1 in 3 Gen Z workers said, I want this instead. What is it? It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
People are coming out of their homes again. Most probably just to get more content for social media. Same here. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you could expect delays eastbound and westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Silver Star Road westbound at Powers Drive. The right lane is blocked. Expect delays due to an accident on Boggy Creek Road southbound at Lake Nona Boulevard. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you could expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Whatever hoagie you prefer, Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Now you can get your favorite classic hoagie just the way you like for only $6. $6 for your favorite classic hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
Well, there is a great company that you just need to know about, so I'm going to tell you about them right now, and that is Mills Air. And if you're a homeowner, you probably don't know how to fix your own air conditioner. Don't worry about that. Leave it to the experts, the folks you can trust, the folks over at Mills Air. They've been around since 1992. That's over 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. And their techs, they are the best of the best. I've had them in my house. When you have them in yours, you'll notice how professional they are, how good they are at their job, and how they can explain things to you when it comes to your AC. It just makes it make sense. And I really appreciated that for one. They can service any brand out there. Don't worry about that. And they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. That means they can get you really good rebates if you need a new Carrier unit. That could save you some money on your power bill. You can always trust the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159, or you can find them online at millsair.com.
Now 60 seconds on money-making scams and frauds. From the Federal Trade Commission, this is Sam Levine, the director of the Bureau of Consumer Protection. What should people do if someone gets in touch out of the blue asking for money?
Talk to someone you trust before you do anything. Talking about scams is one of the best ways to avoid them. Only scammers will tell you to pay by gift card, cryptocurrency, or money transfer. Finally, if you think something's a scam but you're still worried it might be real, call the real agency, person, or company involved, but only use a phone number or email you find yourself.
What should someone do if they think they paid a scammer?
Contact whoever you use to pay the scammer, your bank or credit card, the gift card or wire transfer company, or the cryptocurrency platform. Tell them it was fraud and ask them to reverse the payment. You have your receipt or the gift card number. It's definitely worth a try.
Learn more about how to spot, avoid, and report frauds and scams at consumer.ftc.gov.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
O'Reilly. Does your vehicle have over 75,000 miles? Get maximum high mileage engine protection with Syntec Full Synthetic High Mileage Motor Oil exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec High Mileage and a MicroGuard Select oil filter for just $34.99. Limit supply. Ask for Syntec High Mileage at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At EasyCater, we know ordering food for work can get complicated pretty fast.
We're going to need breakfast for the entire office on Thursday.
Janet wants really nice bagels.
Make sure some are gluten-free.
Make sure they have great coffee.
Can there also be waffles? Janet has a hard stop at 9:30.
$15 a person
I'm going to
max.
need itemized receipts for this.
Is
the budget for breakfast different than the budget? We're just going to grab and go. Fine.
Company breakfast? Just use EasyCater. Food for work delivered on time as ordered with a huge variety. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real? Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. In Trust, Rachel Adams Heard discusses the Osage Nation and its story and changes throughout the years. The Big Take. Host Wes Kosova talks to Bloomberg journalists around the world, experts, and the people at the center of the news to help you understand what's happening. Crash Course. Every week, Crash Course explores the lessons to be learned when creativity and ambition collide with competition and power.
Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
Exactly right. She says, if anybody's watching On Patrol, which used to be Live PD, the Arkansas sheriff will pit anybody that runs from them. Like they will pit maneuver any car out there.
It's pitting time, boys.
An example of that. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this, but this now has led to like a major lawsuit. This just shows you how crazy it gets. This was a woman that they were trying to pull over in Arkansas, and she was pregnant behind the wheel. She's posing a danger to literally nobody. Like, look at this. For those of you watching on YouTube and Twitch, look, there's one car, and it's a ways in front of her. Like, this is not a busy road. This is not super dangerous.
Oh, I remember this.
Do you? Yeah, this was like a famous one at the time. That's an example of why officers shouldn't do these pit maneuvers at high speed. And here they are cruising. It goes up alongside the car. Again, very little threat to anybody else right here. It's not even going super fast. And then pit maneuver, pregnant woman's car. Boom! Flips over a couple of times.
They hit the inside wall.
He did that because she didn't pull over fast enough for him. That's the reason.
Insane.
She probably wanted to try to get off the interstate or something. And this guy's like, you're not pulling over fast enough. I'm going to pit maneuver your car and flip the damn thing. No, I know there's such a temptation from some of you to be like, do the crime, do the time. You know,
okay, but time being the key word, not do the crime, getting, killed.
Yeah, but this is the F around and find out crowd. That's what all the people are going to be like. Yeah, you shoplifting, you deserve this stuff. You dodos, what if there's somebody else in the car? What if there's a little kid in there? What if there's somebody else who had nothing to do with this?
Guilty by association, John. Come on, pit.
All around, doing a high-speed pit maneuver is stupid and dangerous. And it happens more likely than you would think, especially in Georgia or Arkansas. Here's a thread about this. Earlier in 2023, police in Paulding County, Georgia, performed a pit maneuver on a car, even though they knew kids were inside the car. And it killed them. Oh, God. However, in most cases, who's held responsible? The driver of the vehicle is held responsible for the vehicular homicide. So I want you to go through that in your head real quick. Somebody is wanted by the cops. The cops chase after them, and they get into a high-speed chase. The cops decide to perform a very dangerous high-speed pit maneuver on that vehicle, even though they knew there was innocent kids inside that car. When the inevitable happened and the vehicle flipped over multiple times at a high rate of speed and the kids in the car died, they charged the driver of the vehicle with vehicular homicide for killing those kids. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It seems like that is something that's avoidable. They said a Georgia State police policy leaves pit maneuver discretion up to the individual officer. If they think ending the chase is necessary to ensure the safety of the public, they will too often kill everybody inside of the fleeing vehicle. Police maneuver used to end chases has killed 30 people since 2016. Many departments refuse to use the tactic because of the risks. Deadly force behind the wheel. And this is different county to county to county to county to county. And there you go. And you could just see. So I saw somebody saying, we don't know that it was 100 miles an hour. The police chase was going 100 miles an hour. If you look at the wreck, you can see that this was an incredibly high-speed wreck. Okay, the vehicle is just completely demolished. It is flipped over probably
and the distance from the road to where the vehicle ended up.
Yeah, it was like maybe, I don't want to exaggerate, but like at least like 20 yards, 30 yards off the road.
It was in the forest. Yeah, it was in the forest. There was a lot of space for that vehicle not to make it to a tree. Mm-hmm. Like there was a lot of buffer on the side of the highway to keep you from potentially wrapping your vehicle around a tree. Yet they still made it.
They rolled over all of that stuff.
You know what makes a whole lot of sense?
Was do the crime, do the time.
Yeah, just
run from us, get pitted,
right,
bitch.
just bumper sticker that up right now.
Do the crime, do the time, huh? Why do I sound so different in that?
Do the
clip?
crime, do the time.
One more time, please.
Do the crime, do the time.
You gotta watch out for those orcas out there. It's dangerous.
That's what I
right
keep
now.
saying.
They said at this
When you
point,
snorkel, watch for orcas.
it's animal on
Delete
animal
that.
violence. No, it's already out there, floating around for the people. A great white shark carcass that washed up near Portland, Australia, which is a confusing city name, in October was killed and eaten by orcas.
You did
they
just play a
said.
video from Jacksonville, Arkansas, so.
The 16-foot shark was missing its midriff, a telltale sign that orcas were involved in its demise. But the recent analysis of the carcass confirmed that orcas, known as killer whales, were the culprits.
Yeah,
they
it's
say.
called natural selection. Like,
man.
Is this crazy to think that we're an orca group of
No.
orcas?
I think, and I might be wrong on this, but I think I'm correct on this. I think that the only natural predator to the shark is an orca. Yeah. I think that's the only animal out there that has the ability to kill a shark, but they can do it. They are killing machines.
Oh, that and LL Cool J.
Yes, he's known to do it as well, only in very, very classic
You
movies
ate my
that
bird.
definitely hold up to this day.
Had us like a
Meanwhile,
shark's fin.
You know what the biggest threat to orcas is?
Your mom.
The only thing that can eat orcas. In Australia, man, the indigenous people, they've cucked some of the new Australians pretty bad. The indigenous people are allowed to kill and eat virtually anything they want. They're allowed to kill and eat killer whales, sea turtles. They have their own version in Australia of a manatee, and they're allowed to
It's called
kill
a
and eat
sea
that.
cow.
They go after all of them. And
I mean,
you
I
can
think
go,
that's fair.
They say that it's like long-held tribal things that they did, so they let them kill a small amount of them. It's the only way you can try those foods out is if you go over to like the Aboriginal places in Australia and you go, give me some of that orca.
Please.
Hook a brother up.
Please and thank you.
I want an orca steak right now.
Sorry
Hook
about
me up with that.
Taking over.
It's dangerous out there, and you got to be careful, folks. Watch out for the orcas and everything else. 1 of 3 Gen Z workers wants this instead of what they're doing now in their workplace. And that is, and this is a good thing, actually. 1 in 3 Gen Zers believe self-employment is the best way to achieve wealth.
So
Kudos to
another
you.
word for influencer.
No, they're just saying they want to be entrepreneurs. And some of them will be, I'm sure, influencers because a lot of them want to be. But 1 out of 3 Gen Zers say the best way to build wealth is to be self-employed. They're exactly right about that. It says Gen Z is the hustle generation, rejecting a lot of millennial attitudes about careers. Lazy ass millennials, Gen Z is here to take your jobs from you.
Please.
They say Gen Zers are between 11 and 26 right now. A big chunk are presumably living at home with their families. And another half of Gen Z is out in the workforce, able to make real decisions about how they want to plan for their lives. A lot of them are looking to be self-employed, and they want to start their own businesses. Shark Tank success was the part that keeps you away from that. And then you hire others, bringing everybody up with you. This is a bottom-up, not some top-down crap. We're fixing the thing. All right, when we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
A Florida woman is accused of using a romance scam to take a Holocaust survivor's life savings.
This one is unbelievable.
Ding, ding, ding. Your special place in hell is ready.
That's how wild we are.
She was 32.
This guy survived Hitler and then fell defeat to a Floridian.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey everyone, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Afternoon highs today will be in the low to mid 70s. You can expect passing clouds with dry skies and a bit of a light breeze. As we head into the overnight hours, wake up temperatures tomorrow in the 40s and 50s, and highs for your Wednesday only reaching the mid 60s. Thursday expected to be the coolest morning of the week, so make sure that you have your jackets handy. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter to Miami's best beaches and resorts with Brightline's new train service to South Florida. Enjoy spacious seats, free Wi-Fi, and hourly departures from Orlando with stops in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and more. Groups of 4 or more save 25%. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
The Fence Outlet team is knowledgeable and professional. They have fair prices and they take care of the permits. I'm very happy with my Fence Outlet fence.
Check them out for yourself at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
There's nothing I love more than to buy a 5-year, 10-year, 15-year-old car with great miles and great condition, especially the kind that you might have inherited from a loved one. My name's John Clay Wolf, CEO of America's Best Car Buyer. GiveMeTheVIN.com. You can go to GiveMeTheVIN.com, put in your license plate number, bada bing, bada boom, get a number quickly and at the top of the market. We love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Your childcare fell through, and suddenly you need money for a babysitter. But how? With the Solo Funds app, that's how. Solo is a community where other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks, no title loans, no faceless banks. Get the loan you need from a person who wants to see you succeed. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
Spending time with family and loved ones in the holidays, man, that's really what it's all about in life. And you want to be there as long as you can. Listen, early detection of heart disease and cancer can be a game changer when it comes to treatment and treatment outcome. You need to get a scan if you can. There's a lot of cardiac deaths that happen around the holidays. You don't want that to be you. Go to Life Imaging FLA and get a scan if you can. Here's what you do. With your cell phone, call pound 250. Say the words free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value. If you give them a call, you can get a free heart scan. Just dial pound 250. Say free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. You'll also get an option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. You got to get a scan if you can. It really is a great thing to do. I did it. I'm so glad that I did. And when you call them and talk to them about the heart scan, ask them also about cancer screening. Get a scan if you can. It's Life Imaging FLA. Dial pound 250 and say the words free heart scan.
Welcome, everyone. Today I'm here with Natalia Rice, an attorney in the FTC's Atlanta office. Natalia, what are some of the problems people experience with shopping online?
Interestingly, online shopping scams were the second most reported scam last year. Ordering one thing, but getting something different, or having your credit card charged, but no order shipped. The good news is you have rights, and there are steps you can take if you have a problem. For example, let's say you paid for something with a credit card, but your order didn't arrive. The first step is to contact the company and cancel the order. If the company won't refund your money, you have the right to dispute the charges with your credit card company and ask for your money back. If you don't know a company or haven't shopped with them before, see what the seller says about refunds and returns. If you decide to buy, use a credit card, which gives you more protections against fraud than even, say, a debit card. And keep your receipt and confirmation emails. That way, you have backup to try to get your money back. To learn more about your shopping rights and possible scams, visit ftc.gov/moneymatters.
Celebrate the season in style at Park Jewelers. Join us for a one-day jewelry event on Saturday, December 9th from noon to 7 p.m. featuring the newest designs from Roberto Coin. Shop, enjoy cocktails and hors d'oeuvres while exploring Roberto Coin's collection of fine jewelry. Handcrafted in Italy. Find the perfect gift for your special someone. Don't miss the holiday magic at Park Jewelers. Visit myparkjewelers.com for details. That's myparkjewelers.com.
You earned it. Get it early. With a Fairwinds checking account, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days in advance. No more waiting for payday. And we make it easy for you to send and receive money from friends and family. Open a checking account today at Fairwinds Credit Union and reach your financial goals. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Premier Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Premier Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments
that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Premier Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 407-723-7135. 407-723-7135. That's 407-723-7135.
When you want to give the gift of Wawa, a digital gift card is an easy way to send it near or far. Just visit Wawa.com, pick one of our festive card designs, enter your card amount, and write a message. You can choose to have your Wawa gift card show up in their inbox instantly, or schedule it to arrive at the right moment. It's like magic. Buy a digital gift card today and give the gift of Wawa to someone you love. Happy gifting and happy holidays from Wawa. This season calls for giving more than just a cup of cheer. It calls for
Wawa's Frosted Sugar Cookie Iced Coffee? Sweet.
A peppermint cookies and cream smoothie? So smooth.
Guys, we might have gotten you the same thing.
Oh, good. That's what I wanted anyway.
Give joy this season with Wawa's handcrafted holiday beverages. Happy sippings. Gotta have a Wawa.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at
That didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Share the Show Tuesday. And it's never too late to share the show. You can still do it now. Hit like on that YouTube stream or send somebody the podcast. That's even more helpful. Just say, hey, I love this show and I think you might like it too. Listen to it on the way home from work today. And here's the radio station where you can check out the News Junkie. That kind of stuff. It's easy peasy to do. What's going on with this video? I don't know if this is for air or not. Are you doing citizen journalism on Jack Bradshaw out there?
No, I was doing exactly what the commercials tell me to do.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Can I play it on air? Or no?
You can play it.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me bring this up. Have you watched it yet, Sabrina?
I watched it, and it shook me to the core.
It says brave, okay? Hold on. This is one of your phone. Okay, I don't know why this is, C-Lane. Videos you record on your phone, because it's a Bobo phone, I think, will not play on my laptop.
Has nothing to do with the phone.
Yeah, no,
I know.
It has. You have to update, but you won't.
It's soaked in milk and with coconut cream on it.
I'm going
That
to
was
Kid
bad.
Rock. Shove it.
Got him.
See, remember that thing you told me to do?
What?
Remember the thing you told me to do?
What was the thing?
Oh yeah, the thing,
Yeah.
I
didn't do that thing.
Oh, it was something to do with me? What did you have to do with me?
No, it's not. I'll tell you after the show, but if you want.
I'm just hoping that people are fixing the AC right now.
All right.
Is that you hear people behind that wall?
They opened the door, but then they closed it again. I'm not kidding you guys. I am sweating.
Is it getting bad in there?
Yes, like this is the time of day where I think the sun is directly on the roof.
Oh,
over
that's
the
no
roof.
fun.
You know, I'm just getting delusional. So, C-Lane, get ready for tomorrow.
I can edit that out of the VOD, C-Lane, so I think that's what I'll go
Oh,
for.
Jesus, Sean, again.
All right, let's go to final dispatches.
I'm going to go
That's
look.
the
You better
order
not
of
be. I'm
things.
going to double
No.
check right now.
I mean, you can check that. We're being too far behind the scenes here. You guys remember Amy Robach and T.J. Holmes? You remember those two, right?
I remember
Yeah.
T.J. Holmes.
That was the couple that, they became a couple after
That's
cheating
right.
on their significant others.
So they were a duo who were hosting one of the morning shows, and they ended up, even though they were both married, they ended up getting in a relationship together. And now, oh boy, they got fired after that, which I said was a stupid move. They should have gone with that drama at that place. But now, digest this sentence for a second here. Amy Robach and T.J. Holmes' exes, Andrew Shue and Marley Fiebig are dating.
Nice. I called it.
Did you?
I called it when this story came out that they were going to get together.
The other two, the ones that had been cheated on, are now dating each other.
Good luck with that baggage on both ends.
Oh, that's going to be awkward, man. And if they bump into each other anywhere?
I'm just saying, or maybe it works out, but it's like you have, they both have serious trust issues, and then they're going into a relationship with the other who just got cheated on as well. It might work out in their favor.
Would you say, hey, we're even?
Yeah.
You
it's kind of a pass for Amy and TJ.
Although Amy and TJ weren't single. These two are single, and now they're just dating each other.
But I mean, if you were Amy or TJ, you'd be like, all right, well, it all worked out.
Look, see, we all got with who we were supposed to be with. It all ended out for the right. Here is one final dispatch. And let's see. Guitar Slinger? I don't know if this is going to be good. Tommy Gas, it says.
I got Tommy Two-Tone Gas, 309.
Should have not played that. You're on the verge of a frowny face.
Oh no!
Because you do good usually, Guitar Slinger. You got to step it up a little bit more though. We can't end on that. Let's do Prototype.
The 3 bedspreads you didn't know you had.
Oh my God!
The new best friend.
There's got to be a better solution to the end of the show than those two dispatches. Kurt,
Junkies, this is real easy. The
right.
DOJ needs to designate pit maneuvers as deadly force. Once that's done, there's no more argument. If you don't have the right to use deadly force, you can't do it.
True. All right. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. Now over to the stories that didn't make the cut, brought to you by Nations Trucks. Love our friends over there. Go check them out at nationstrucks.com. You can get big trucks, lifted trucks, all the trucks that you might want or need. They're all ready for you right now at nationstrucks.com. You don't blame me for that. Sealand's the one that took the camera. He's the one who took it. It's his fault.
I'm amazed that you don't. You're the only person.
He told me to do it. I'm trying to. And on my phone,
let me do it for you. I mean, I have all the information I need, and I will send you first and last.
On my phone, it does one thing. On my laptop, it does another thing. They're not communicating properly with each other. So
who's high AF?
Don't you worry about that. Let me see. Hold on.
You thought it was funny.
Oh, I can't say it, but hold on. I'll text to the thread. We're really okay. Here's who that was. The person who was in my phone is that.
Shove it.
Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. The family of that 9-year-old Holden Armenta, the kid who had blackface / red face / just celebrating the Chiefs face. His family is now threatening to sue Deadspin.
Not a surprise.
They said, we want you to remove this. It's not enough to quietly remove the tweet from X or disable the article from Deadspin's website. You must publish your retractions and issue an apology to my clients with the same prominence and fanfare with which you defamed them. Ball is in your court, Deadspin. We got more, but let's just get the hell out of here, right? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's hold on. Let me get this up here.
Okay.
Over here.
He's moving stuff around.
Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, December 5th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I learned this band or song. I'll take either.
Oh, Deep Purple.
Yeah.
That's right. Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water is about a 1971 incident at a Frank Zappa concert in the Montreux Casino, where an audience member fired a flare into the ceiling, causing a fire that destroyed the entire venue that day.
You can destroy the venue with a flare.
Mm-hmm.
Time to start building better venues, guys.
Hey, the Great White Show really got upended by this.
Take.
All that took was fireworks. That was a very hot take, actually. Today I learned bumblebees can fly higher than the peak of Mount Everest. So I just wanted you to know that. It's a little factoid.
How about the guy on Squid Games with his bees that he thinks about his bees all the time?
He was the cutest.
We were so sad when he wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, he died, you guys. dead.
Yep. R.I.P.
Wonder
Fell
if
off
my
that glass
bees think
bridge.
about me.
You know who I like? I don't know if it was the bees guy. I don't think it was. Have you guys seen the guy in Squid Games: The Challenge who looks like he's straight up got teleported out of the 70s with a mustache?
The blonde mustache.
Yeah. Oh,
they
that
never
guy.
really talked to him, but he was always around.
Yeah, he was so interesting looking. And finally, today learned this band right here.
Oh. Hey.
Bon
Iver.
That's right. Bon Iver gives lyric printouts of their songs to the audiences so that they can sing along with them during the performance.
And kill a bunch of trees?
Something that a lot of bands hate. Some bands don't like when the crowd is singing along, but he wants to duplicate harmonies. Yeah, I remember
Guys,
when
shut
Fun
up. I
said
got
that.
this.
Bon Iver, American indie folk band founded in 2006. His real name, Justin Vernon. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. If you missed any of the show, get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We got 8 more shows, friends. We'll see you next time.